Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, looks like we got an advertisement actually right off the bat. That's awesome. We got an advertisement. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Army Overlord, and here with me is Sonic Abs. Or I probably should let you introduce yourself, actually.
Hey, you know my name, ain't gotta say it now.
Ain't gotta say it now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dark Star Gaming League, Week 1 between iRawr and Resurge. Nice meeting everybody so far. I'm actually quite excited to get right into the action real quick. But before I get right into that action, I gotta hear how many people are in this chat lobby. I gotta know. Give me a which team's gonna win right now. I gotta see the chat lobby right now. Have to. First day, first game. So excited, so ready to get this going. Too many. RAR is winning. Wow. Already we're getting some confidence coming all over the place. Dragon Beast, nice meeting you again, man. Nice meeting you again. 20 people lining up, ready for the first game of Dark Star Gaming. Well, folks, let's go ahead and get ourselves right into the action real quick. Let's go ahead and get this started. Sonic, you ready to go?
Yeah, man, let's go.
Alrighty then. Well, folks, I will be your play-by-play caster, and I believe, Sonic, you are going to be coloring for us?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hopefully we get to learn a little about you as we pick your brain a little bit to see in the very near future on what things are going to look like.
Oh, yeah. You never know, I might come out with something spicy.
Oh, anyway, while we are getting ourselves prepped and ready, it looks like each side is reorganizing themselves. A little bit of here or there. Some players are not in the correct position yet. But anyway, super excited to see the very first debut game of Dark Star Gaming. Man, I've been on championships. I've been all across the realm of League of Legends. And I'm excited to see some great competitive action here. And I'm hoping both sides can get this going and soon, but it looks like some sides are getting a bit confused at where they're supposed to be playing at. Anyway, at least Juhan Kim definitely knows where he's staying here, but
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you see that it says Silver 4, that is 3v3 rank. That is not his actual rank, just to let you know.
Yeah, that's 3v3 rank for Jinhan Kim. You know, it would be a little bit of a travesty to see all these platinum players, even a diamond player, go up against these type of opponents here. Even Grom WH also seems a bit lost for wear. Bronze 1, no less. Anyway, folks.
Bronze 1 at?
Top right, look. Grom. Team 2.
That says Plat 4.
It does?
Yeah.
Oh, well, on my screen here, I guess I must be seeing things because that looks like a bronze 1 to me, folks. Rather strange, yeah. It is quite weird. I don't know, you see the screen too on my Twitch, right? He's 3v3, it's bronze. Oh, thank you, Mango Bard, appreciate that.
Well, I don't know why it showed up correctly for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you must. Well, you know what? You just have the better client, clearly.
That's right.
You'll be taking my streaming jump in no time. 32 people sitting in this lobby, waiting for a match. And they're saying, let's start this match right now. Come on! We've been waiting so long for a match. Please, every single one of you, drop a follow into this channel. We need as many follows as we can squeeze out of this so we can get Dark Star Gaming on the right path to greatness, to the higher standing of League of Legends gameplay here. But anyway.
Better see my boy Blaze in the chat at some point.
I do hope so. I hope he's here too. I want to give him a high five personally for sticking with me so long. You too, Sonic. Can't wait to get this thing going. Finally, we're in and we've got action. Let's get ourselves right into the first bans and the first picks of the game here. You know, the meta of Season 7 is beginning to close here. Ardent Sensor off the board. More of a late game item now, so let's see what's going on with that idea. What do you think, Sonic?
You can still use Ardent Sensor on some champions. It's really like you can only use it on like Janna and Rakan at this point. Like when it comes to Lulu Ardent Sensor, it's not as good as the past when Ardent Sensor was pre-nerf. But now I feel like it's going into engaged supports at this point. Like you're gonna start seeing more Threshes. You're gonna start seeing maybe Nautilus as support again. You're definitely gonna start seeing Braum and all those super tanky engaged supports.
But you know what? I'm gonna honestly think that the meta hasn't technically died out here. I think we still might see maybe one or two Jannas still roaming around here. I feel like that might still be the case. But Tajiro will probably have to show me, and so will Champsterdam. See if that is actually the truth case or not. Anyway, folks, this is my first time actually reading these names off, so I'm probably going to get these names a little messed up here. I'm going to try my best to make sure I get every single name I can get correctly, and so will Sonic. Certainly, we'll definitely try our best, but until then, let's see what these final bans are.
iRawr here is really targeting the mid lane right now. Their first 3 bans, 2 millionaires right off the bat.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to make the Veigar one trick here. Try to put him in a bad spot. I would do that right now because Veigar one tricking is insanity. To get a late game champion like Veigar really, really good in the early stages is going to be absolutely devastatingly strong. Anyway, immediately securing the J4 here, a rotational top lane option for Lemarino, and grabbing a J4 is always a good pick if you want to see what your opponent is going to play.
Oh yeah, he's best engaged support, and especially, oh snap, the Maokai coming in. That's a good counter pick against the Jarvan to slow him down to protect your backline for you.
Yep, makes it
a lot of CC onto him.
You're right, you can just throw yourself to avoid damage as well by just pressing the W button. You can just negate so much of that quick impact damage and action.
The Vayne coming in though. That's something you don't see.
Right, and that looks like a Gandhi donut is option in the ADC role unless Kim has a surprise for us. We might even see a Vayne top, perhaps. But in any case here, 10 seconds left on Experiment 626. I've seen him in the past.
I would expect this is going to be their support pick.
Ooh!
It looks like it's Jarvan top lane.
I don't know if you guys heard that correctly, but the sound on that music was so well timed. Sejuani was selected. That was so good. That was so well timed. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Experiment 626 here takes the Sejuani for Lemarino, and that means J4 sitting at the top lane as Alistar has been selected in the support role for the Tristana.
I feel like that's a great pick for the amount of engage that iRawr has right now. Having that Alistar to just knock someone completely out of the fight away from your backline is really helpful.
Absolutely.
And he's always tanky.
I recommend skipping.
Lilo and Stitch. So in any case here, more supports being taken away from Vayne. I think it's a good idea here. Try to make it so that way it's a lot easier for Resurgence on the right side to just, you know, negate Vayne's overwhelming presence. You know, get rid of those Lulus and Jannas, make it a little bit less of an important impact in combat.
Yeah, take away that Stinker pick is also really helpful because that's just going to one-shot the Vayne at some point.
I'm going to do something real quick. It looks like it seems to be a bit of an editorial problem. Nope. It is what I thought it was. Seems to be some other type of issue. I think the issue you guys might be addressing is why are the summoners on the right not present? Well, let me say this. It's been a problem for so long. Cool. I don't even know what they can do to fix it at this point. The summoners on the right just always seem to not be, just seems to always be covered for some reason. Anyway, Mango says, Army, wasn't Experiment in Have Faith Esports? You are correct, actually. Experiment was, but also I've seen him in ranked games as well. He's actually pretty good. They got him a good player, honestly. Anyway, we're going to around 40 people in the audience now. My good, 40 people. That's amazing.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. Anyway, Victor been selected for the Veigar one trick.
I'm with the
And
Annie.
he's been selected as the counter option. What's the supports option here?
I'm calling right now, Leona.
I don't know. I feel like Leona might be a bit of a overstretch. I think they might go something maybe a Rakan. Oh wow, I was wrong. 41, by the way. Right on the nose. You called it, Sonic. I shouldn't have doubted you.
That was my specialty in Have Faith.
Oh, yes, definitely. You have got that 100% pick accuracy, man. You're very good at predicting the meta, and I'm very glad to have you here. And it looks like the top lane's been selected for Grom. It's Amsterdam takes the Tristana. As it moves around a little bit, Twisters takes the Victor away and then brings it over towards Veigar one trick. And now Twixter and Alistar bot lane. That's a very uncommon bot lane, but honestly a very strong one indeed.
Oh yeah, easy. That is like 100% easy CC against. Oh wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Okay, they switched back. I was about to say, is that Leona mid?
Quite a strong front line here. Yes, a little Angel, you are correct. This is a best of 3 matchup. You will be delighted to see the best of 3 action that is going to be happening very soon. But in any case here, folks, 10 seconds left on the clock here before the 3-minute warning. Both teams are going to be right into the action here. No last-minute changes from what it looks like. And we'll see exactly what will happen in the next 3 minutes soon enough. Personally, though, from what I can tell, everything kind of seems to be exactly the way it is for the frontline options. It's like, for iRawr, they kind of want to just put them in a spot and then blow up that spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, full-on wombo combo action and a great single target team. I mean, if you just want to go, if you fall behind, just that capability with the Sejuani going into a wombo combo on one person just can make the difference in a team fight.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's great disengage on with the Gnar, the Maokai, and the Alistar all set up, just ready to just get out of there if they have to.
Mm-hmm. Well,
which team comp do you like the best?
Right now, it's kind of a tough one. They're kind of very evenly matched in a certain regard. You know, Resurgence has a way of positioning the enemy anywhere they want to and then just blow up the spot from any angle and corner. Best way they can take advantage of the situation is forcing the enemies into the corner with the Gnar ultimate. And, you know, just keep them locked down and Victor can just burst that area along with Tristana. But the same thing can be said for iRawr, who also want to do the same thing. It's kind of honestly a very difficult option. It's definitely going to come down to the macro play of everything. Like, skill is going to determine what kind of upper hand the other team's going to have. And I think the best thing that could be said for both teams is if they can take out these 2 carries, they might have the upper hand for the rest of the team fights to come.
I feel like the for Resurgence, that Maokai ult is gonna have to be very key to start a fight.
46 people! Oh my goodness, 46 people! The views just keep rising. I am so excited. If every single one of you drops a follow, oh my goodness, I'm gonna explode with happiness. I can't actually physically explode because you won't be able to see me explode. So if I did explode, I don't even know if it would matter.
Army.
What?
A little too much.
Too much?
Too much.
Too much.
There could be children in the audience.
There could be children in the audience. Make some puns. Well, I think the Vayne could... darn, that's actually kind of rough.
What do you ask?
I have to make enough puns. Trust me. One of them said make some puns. Alright, I hope...
The Leona is the only sunshine that I have in my life.
Ah, there it is, there it is. The Vayne... Darn it, dude.
Why do you pick like the hardest one?
I know, I keep taking Vayne.
Sejuani is gonna be just like ice cold in this match, taking people out.
Annie is not experimenting with this pick. There it is.
What did that even mean? Man, I thought I made like my second pun was bad. Dang, man. Annie is not experimenting with this pick.
Well, anyway, folks, this is the transitional period that you are looking for here. QJ... oh, wow, I got a #1 fan already? My first gig here. I can't believe I got the #1 fan already. Hope you guys like the new and improved special quality of the Darkstar Gaming overlay. Mwah, mwah, beautiful. Mwah, looks beautiful. Mwah. Can't wait.
Yeah, too bad he didn't do it.
Alright, well, hey, man. I gotta show off to the person who did.
Yeah, which he did do a fine job.
Very, very good job, honestly. Army, tell this man who is your son. Oh. Yeah, Mango. Yeah, that's true. Mango, glad you're watching, man, by the way. Thank you. What do we got here as well? Seems like a little bit of that sorry, not Bonda Stone. I mean, the Stoneborn Pact by Sejuani. I love the Bonda Stone. I can never forget about it, man. Q Genial, man. I did notice you. Thank you, man. Thank you very much for being my #1 fan for now. Hopefully in the future, I can prove that I am worthy to be your #1 fan. But
man, that's funny.
I'll start taking Courage of the Colossus, and so will Leona here. Both very much expecting to take a lot of the brunt here. Neither side is going to try to give extra heals to the AD carry. As for Sejuani, her plan seems to be that, from what I can tell. Lemarino definitely wants to try to get these slows to make it easier for Vayne to get some heal back. Considering Sejuani will most likely go health, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and considering that he's going to have to face against the Tristana in lane, which I know from experience, Tristana to Vayne is like absolutely horrible. Vayne just gets bullied so hard.
Yeah, very true. Anyway, hey, there's Blaze! He's in the chat! Hey, man! So happy to see you. Anyway, folks, everything's always a learning curve right off the bat. Let's hope this is up to the quality that you guys are asking for here. But in any case, more importantly here, let's get right into the action soon. Items being bought, decisions are being made. Game 1 of the first ever Darkstar Gaming League Season 1 is about to begin right now.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
Seems to be a nice standard line being set up on one side, but Raw seems to have a different plan. They are already kind of hugging each other as they might be attempting an invade strategy early. 4 members seem to be heading to the tri-bush at the bot side. They're roaming around. They might run into a free Tristana here, who seems to be out in the river alone, with Alistar on the flank.
Which, in my opinion, iRawr here has got the best level 1 invade right now. They could have a potential of 2 knockouts with a stun.
Well, Clamsterdam is on the flank here to protect his Twixter, and Twixter is safe for now. He drops the ward on the other side here. Now they know Donut is currently certainly hiding in that area. So they now know red buff is going to be started for their side. Maokai seems to be starting good old Raptor camp. And Grom seems to be pretty close to both Kim and Experiment. Here we go, a little bit of action.
Oh, he missed the flag though.
Just ticked him a bit there, just a bit for Kim. But yes, you're right. That definitely
scaring him a little bit. You're just scaring him a little bit. Oh yes, I love the Maokai start with the 3 plants. Oh, one of them exploded. Oh, it's gonna actually slow it down a lot ever since they nerfed the plants.
And red buff going ahead and being a quick grab for Lemonero. And as for the Maokai, Hottie Williams seems to just about be nearly done with his camps. Let's see what the first options are for Sejuani. Right around those type of camp rotations, you would normally see a gank topside But with Annie in the mix here, I feel like it might be pretty easy for Hottie to just make a quick gank in mid. What do you think?
I'm thinking that Maokai's actually going to go top lane because it looks like he's going from Raptor straight to red buff, although he might die here. Never mind, he had smite.
Oh yeah, there we go. Here confirms the red. Hottie pretty low.
Oh no, he's going to go back down to blue buff. That's interesting. I'd expect a level 2 gank on the Jarvan. He only has one escape, and he threw the flag and drag forward, so...
Clamsterdam seems to be adding a little bit of pressure here, forcing back both Donut and Chijiro. Oh my goodness, what happened?
My gate fell and scared all my dogs. Scared me a little bit.
We're seeing some chants in the lobby already. RSG! 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 Win, win, win! Interesting. Already some chants going on from Frozen Bullet. Hopefully those chants are going to be heard as RSG, Resurge, definitely needs the game to go their way. Especially if they want to get the first win. I expect the #1 fan to be chanting right now
for you. Oh, it looks like there could be a gank right here for the Maokai, or he's just going to be taking some farm.
Anyway,
Sejuani's going to hit the top lane, though.
Experiments taking some heavy trades so far. Veigar, one trick, seems to have the upper hand here.
Sejuani's
Lemarino going to go ahead and apply some of that icy weather right onto Grom. The engage seems to commence here, but Grom does have enough health bar. Kim's not going to commit to that last auto attack, decides to let Grom live, and Grom continues to survive the top lane for now.
Looks like Maokai's coming to set up in the bot lane, though.
Absolutely, here we go. Whoa, they're going to jump Leona with everything they've got. The bomb's been landed onto Chijiro. The stun has been continued here, but Chijiro's tankiness will not allow the death to come through. Twixter and Donut are continuing the barrage against each other. And Gandhi continues. Wait a second, Hottie it runs right into a very scary Experiment 626. Hottie's got to run. The flame by Experiment is about to walk into another kill, but Experiment does manage to get the tree down before he goes down himself to Twixter. Good job, honestly. Great work by Twixter.
Had to blow a lot of summoners to get that kill, but at least he got a 1-for-1 trade for being out of position like that.
Speaking of out of position, Lemarino once again trying to jump onto Grom here. Does manage to get those stacks to land, and Kim secures the kill for the 2-1 advantage for Raw.
That was a great man, I just lost the word. Gank. Gank in the top lane under the tower.
Yeah.
He was able to stop his jump again with the Sejuani knockup.
Indeed. And Donut here seems to be able to get some of that pressure in a little bit, but at the same time, Twixter is now 1v2ing the situation as Alistar wards. Chijiro did not attempt a quick grab here. I think made the right option. I think Twixter would have gotten out of that one.
Right now, I feel like I just forgot their name. I hate when this happens. What's red side team?
That would be Resurge.
Okay, yeah, Resurge. I feel like right now they actually have control over the dragon, and they should try to take Infernal at some point. Because bot lane has pressure right now. Because Tristana still has, or Alistar still has all 3 of his health pots ready to keep going in the lane, so they should definitely try to get dragon.
I do agree with you here, but they do not have a lot of early game damage on the Drake with the Maokai. You know, the health percentage damage usually only works in specific areas, like in a bush. So kinda they don't have a quick way to do a lot of burst on that Drake. So the attempt, I would say, might be a bit risky, considering Lemarino seems to be roaming in the bot half of the jungle right now.
Looks like Maokai, though, wants to try something.
Lemarino seems to try to get rid of that ward, does manage to take it out just in the nick of time, and the control ward that Victor tried to get rid of, although was good for the 30 gold, does not manage to keep the vision that Lemarino was trying to destroy, and he does manage to do so. Another engage time. Chijiro once again gets jumped on.
Right into Leona.
Yep, and once again escapes very quickly. Leona is just so tanky. There is just no way to pop that Leona easily. But in any case, what an incredibly high impact action so far in this game. And and no impact seems to be higher than Kim's, as he's way ahead of Grom right now.
Yeah, I feel like Sejuani's got to do something for this bot lane, because Vayne's just eventually just going to start losing in farm, because Tristana's eventually going to be able to shove her out of the lane early on here. Because they've been pushed up the whole time, and Sejuani hasn't attempted to gank bot yet.
Well, and so far the attempts have been really shoved in on them, so you are correct here, but Alistar is not an easy person to gank if you save those abilities up.
Mm-hmm. And Maokai's also been presenting him a lot in bot lane because he knows they're going to be able to shove the lane a lot harder than Vayne can.
Ooh.
So that's another issue.
Little bit of burst here by Veigar, one trick yet again.
Now what I want to see is, what is Vayne going to get back on her first buy? Is she going to go the Bork build, or is she going to go full on, I'm going to kill the squishies really fast build, starting off with a BF sword, which it looks like she's going to. So it seems like she's going to go Infinity Edge into Static Shiv, into I'm just going to kill your squishies as fast as I possibly can, which is always works with Vayne, because her ult is amazing.
And also, it would be pretty interesting here. It looks like multiple team members of Resurge are finally dropping their control wards and look like they're taking that exact strategy you're talking about. They're already working on that Infernal Drake. Once again, spot on accuracy, Sonic.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see.
And then Infernal Drake is going to go right into the hands of Resurge, and the next Drake appears to be a cloud. We'll see it in around 5 or 6 minutes.
Now for our iRawr here, that Cloud Drake's actually going to be really helpful with their team, because they have a lot of single target engage, and if they are able to get a wombo combo off, I feel like they would be able to kill someone and then just get right out after it resets for them to get that extra movement speed.
Oh, Grom hits that extra proc and damage onto Lemarino. That attention at topside has been allowing Kim to stay way out in front of that Gnar, and Gnar's got to play extra safe. He's decided to go with the Phage, probably going for the Black Cleaver, just like J4 appears to be as well.
Yeah, generally, Gnar, if you're gonna start to lose lane or like just kind of go a little bit behind, Black Cleaver is generally better because you're able to get away as you're kiting faster. Frozen Mallet is more or less, if you start to win lane, you're able to keep them in your range and be able to keep constantly attack them.
You know, I just realized we had all these audience members. Nobody seemed to have complained about that. Oh, wait a second. I should probably stop talking. Donut just got exploded. And Leona, despite that incredible tankiness, goes down along with the Chamsterdam. And that engage has been continued by Experiment with that huge Tibber ultimate. Right now, Kim is trying to grab one extra kill at Clamsterdam. Has stopped him, but he cannot stop him enough. Kim grabs a double kill. He's looking for the triple against Twister, but Twister grabs one more, flashes out, and does manage to get out there with a nice couple of kills along the way. Whoa! Anyway, sorry. Was only mentioning that I left the music running the whole time, so found it quite interesting indeed. Anyway,
that was an insane fight right there.
Yep, the fight just never ended. J4 Kim just kept going and going and going and just never stopped.
Now, if you remember what I said earlier, that Maokai out's going to come very important. I feel like the Maokai made just a bit of a misplay by using his ult right there from the beginning. If he would have waited until after Vayne was dead, no matter what, and he killed her with the ult, but if he would have held on to his ult as they were trying to disengage, they could have gone out and got 2 kills for free with no casualties. But because of that, it transitioned into a triple kill for for 3 kills on both sides.
Well, to finish your thought in a second here, looks like they changed their mind. Twister seemed like he wanted to make Donut pay for being in the lane without a Leona present. Almost managed to make that work. Clamsterdam could not make the gap close in time despite the mobility boots. Rather interesting result of actions, honestly. Alistar and Leona have a very similar style of protective peel combo, But the truth is, Leona's a lot more engaging than Alistar is in some people's cases. Speaking of this, Chijiro sets up a good setup for Donut, and Donut once again simply adds a little extra poke off. Doesn't seem to want to commit to any plays Chijiro has been setting up so far.
Looks like Maokai's going to set up an in-lane gank.
Oh, ult's been fired off here. Donut's going to try to avoid the combo. Does get rooted anyway. And it looks like Leona's great timing on her abilities allowed her to not only survive the engage, but get out of the situation quickly. Lemonero once again comes into the rescue for the bot lane. Leona does manage to get the E to come off here, does get the stun, but Twister was not affected and continued to auto-attack Leona to death. Bot lane continues on here. Donut quickly scoops up the kill by Lemonino's ultimate, and just as quickly as that, Veigar takes him out. So fast, I can't even finish my sentence. Donut goes and gets obliterated by the Veigar one trick.
This is what happens when the J4 doesn't have TP because of the last play. Gnar, since he TP in later, they have the extra damage to be able to get the kills and get a tower for it. Hopefully J4 is able to get that top tower in return.
Honestly, awesome work so far out of every single one of the teams, especially on CC management and just trying to get every single ability spread so far here. Although my only complaint here seems to be the control ward situations are currently semi being negated in a specific way, because it looks like Resurge has 2 control wards in one bush. They have got 2 control wards in the bottom bush over there on the minimap.
That may have been an accident.
May have been an accident, but they have not corrected it yet. Ah, there we go. Now they fixed it. Yeah. And the 2 control wards positioned in the mid lane as well as in the mid lane bush on the opposing side by iRawr. And iRawr here currently has the control ward advantage in vision. I don't know for how long, though. Oh, looks like Donut's going to try to punish Grom a bit here. But Grom appears to be pretty angry.
Looks like they're going to be able to get this top tower, though.
That looks like a very enraged Gnar. He's going to go for the stun. It just misses. Donut's going to take advantage of his inability to jump. But Grom quickly flashes out. Donut's going to commit. He's going to go right in on him. Avoids the ultimate. What an incredible foresight to know what's going on there. And he's going to pay heavily for that misread of that plant. He was assuming he could knock Hadi away, but instead Hadi used that range to get the W gap close, and that's going to be big punishments for Annie here. But wow, Donut just, what a completely correct decision to read the Gnar ultimate as it was going. My goodness, that is just incredible.
But see, because Vayne is sitting in bot lane, the issue is they've traded 2 towers and a kill just for Vayne to get that farm and the kill on Gnar. So was it really worth it, in my opinion? I don't think that was worth it at all for her to stay bot lane for so long. I feel like she should have at least rotated mid at some point, just let Gnar push the lane, because he's not going to get the tower anytime soon for tier 2 bot lane.
But the play, Sonic! But the play that just happened, it was amazing!
The play was good, but it's about team play, not individual play.
I see what you're saying here, but let's not forget about the MVP performance. Vayne might be the one to get that if she continues some pretty epic performancing with her plays. But I agree with you, teamwork is a very strong reason for an MVP performance too.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Speaking of teamwork makes the dream work, we got a Drake being secured by Resurge, who now have all the Drakes so far in this game, and honestly their objective control seems to be very good, as they have only lost 1 tower to the 3 they've stolen.
Yeah, which is quite surprising, because I mean their vision control isn't as good as iRawr. iRawr has, most of the time I see twice as many rewards out for iRawr. So I'm surprised they're able to get these objectives right now.
Veigar one trick decides to flex his muscles a bit on the Leona, but the Leona does survive the tanky damage. Meanwhile, Kim continues to siege that bot tower for free, while the fight seems to be rotating towards not only the top tower, but appears to be the Herald. Oh, Chijiro may have been nowhere near as tanky as he thought he was. That was some very heavy burst by Veigar. Right now, that is a free Herald for them, but Kim is sieging the bot tower and taking it right now. And that Herald will go into some handy in the future, but honestly, you lose a tower for that might be a bit of a risk that I don't think you needed to lose.
Yeah, Rift Herald, it is a risk to trade for a tower, but you can get a tower back for it. So you were able to get some experience plus a tower, but it all depends on if the enemy team is not set up for a rotation.
Resurge here thinks they've got them out-positioned here. They're going to go ahead and drop that Herald right away. Try to force that tower to fall quickly. Here comes iRawr to the rescue here. They're going to try to stop that tower from falling, but that is a very fully health Herald, and that's going to make it easy for the quick tower take on the rotation. So they get a tower back for the Herald they just spent. So I think that might have equalized what just happened there.
I would say they got a little bit more value out of the Rift Herald because they got extra damage onto the tier 3 turret plus a tower from the Rift Herald.
And the Veigar one trick here seems to be in a consistent ahead of that Annie, but as we all know, Annie is a very powerful late game damage dealer. Just an instant pop every single time that Tibbers is dropped. And that is the scariest thing every single time.
So they're gonna have to really protect that Tristana. And she's probably gonna have to get I'm gonna say she's gonna have to get a Scimitar this game just because of the amount of single target CC that they have for the side of iRawr. You got the Sejuani, you got the Annie, and you got the Leona. So Scimitar I feel like is gonna be really important for this game. Or maybe even a GA instead. That could be even better.
So I'm a little bit perplexed about the Amsterdam decision. I would have assumed he was going to go with a more anti-burst build, you know, going with the full build of the Relic Shield, you know, facing the mountain, and then finally towards the very important item that I would say is, you know, really good for supports to have that extra barrier shield. But, you know, Amsterdam here decided to go with the hybrid support item, combining the Sightstone and everything together to get one of the Eye of the Storm items. I think it's what it's called.
Eye of the Equinox.
Eye of the Equinox, thank you. And honestly, like, I was expecting him to go that, but he seems to not
Maokai just
mind.
ulted.
Yep, and unfortunately, there was
Didn't
no
do
catch.
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. No catches being made there. I think he wanted to use that in a different situation, but didn't get what he wanted. Anyway, speaking of this is a 5v4 situation here. Resurge is a man down. The engage is really looking good here, but the Cloud Drake allows them to be just a little bit faster than their opponents. Lemon does manage to get some stacks on here. J4 does make the engage. Ult has been landed, and it looks like Sejuani, oh my goodness, makes it so easy for Experiment to just get an easy kill, and now Vayne grabs an extra one here, and Nar's probably like, oh my god, I left the top lane when I could have probably have gotten a tower. That was so fast, I didn't even get the chance to help my friends out.
It's just like you said, that late game Annie. As soon as she ulted, everyone just got melted. That was a I think that was a 4-man Leona, and I think that was a 4-man Wombo combo. That's what it looked like from the J4 into the Leona into the Annie.
Honestly, I think that was just like the dunk the Tibbers, because J4 drops the ultimate, sets up the hoop, and then Annie just slams Timbers right into the middle of the pile. Just looked amazing, honestly. Anyway, Alistar does have the superior speed thanks to the Cloud Drake, which means Kim is now in a little bit of trouble. Chijiro tries to protect his friends and is trying to give the kill away over to the Maokai here, but that's not going to happen in a competitive series game. When you get a carry to take it, you always make sure the carry gets it. Grom going to take advantage of the J4 here. Twix once again grabs himself another free kill to go with the recipe of the retreat. J4, lack of mana, couldn't get out of there in time. But does have his ultimate now, so we're going to see a big fight coming up soon.
Yeah, iRawr overextended when it came to after that huge team fight. Well, Tristana flashing in for the kill, gets the kill on the Vayne through the Tristana ultimate. That was very nice 1v1 play right there.
Indeed, and Vayne goes down for that, which means now the upper hand is well within Resurge's position. They have the farm lead, they have the Drake advantage, the superior movement speed, They're not going to try to abuse that by taking a Drake. They're instead going to try to force some ultimates out. Hottie goes in onto the Annie, and so does Gnar. Tries to hit the stun, but it goes off target. Tristana in the backfield, hitting every single auto she can. But at the same time, Gnar in the situation tries to get as many of his abilities off. He gets stunned, and in the crossfire, J4 goes down in the fight. Chijiro tries to get another catch here, but there's nothing to come of it. Experiment with a huge burst immediately takes out Alistar. Lemarino tries to grab one more on the way, but it looks like everyone with the Cloud Drake escapes quite safely, and everybody seems to get out. Yes,
no,
J4. Yeah, J4 couldn't get the ult off. I didn't even realize that until after it happened.
Yeah, Alistar got CC'd from Annie and had died.
Wow. Well, the Mountain Drake now on on the plate here for both teams here, and if I was Resurge, I would deeply consider my next plan of attack here, because I'm either going to allow the other team to take the Mountain Drake, or I'm going to allow them to take the Baron, because it looks like Raw's heading right for it. They have no vision of that area at all. Raw is in position. They're going to go for the Baron.
No, they have vision. There's a pink ward in the back
there's
of
the
the
ward,
Baron
but can they hit it? Yep, it looks like Kim can finally get the right angle and does take it out. One of the oldest tricks in the League of Legends book being used here. Experiment stops Grom, but Grom is extremely pissed. He's going to move into position here, tries to jump over, does manage to get over the wall, forces the stun. Grom flashes, throws them all into the wall, but Twister gets killed immediately. They don't have a damage carry now. In this situation, Veigar is on the run. He gets stunned. He gets CC locked down and taken out as well. All that's left are the tanks. And that's going to be a quick cleanup by Ra. And Grom's on the run again. Tristana being taken out so quickly in that situation. Great job on his part.
Experiment right now is being very clutch for his team.
Well, right now, Grom tried to stop the back of the Annie here. Grom now realizes they're doing the Baron, tries to get their attention off of it. They have a lot of tanks. Grom has health percentage damage from the passive, which means they gotta take him seriously. Grom now jumps over the wall to avoid the conflict and forces them off of Baron. Great job by Grom. But it looks like he's not done yet. He still wants to keep them away from Baron until he's out of the vision range.
Yeah, he's gonna keep him out of Baron, because I would expect...
Grom is quite upset here. This is going to force the rage out. So here we go.
I'm going to expect him to go for Baron at this point.
There you are 100% correct. And that is a ward being deleted right off the bat, as it looks like Resurge is going to try to push their luck. 3,000 now on the Baron. Well, there's no one in sight. 2,000, 1,000, and finally re-secured by the Resurge as they recapture their position on the Baron and secure it. But in the meantime, Ra decides to take a Mountain Drake, which means in the fight after this one, they might have an easy opportunity to secure a multitude of towers real fast if the next team fight goes their way.
I don't know though. Experiment right now, like I said before, he is really putting the team on his back. He is doing wonders with this Annie in team fights. Assassinating the Tristana last team fight, then instantly, once Tibbers was back up, the two tanks to protect the Vayne.
Yeah, the Tibbers dunk strategy seems to be working extremely well. It's also very flashy and it looks amazing every single time they do it. Anyway, Ra is completely caught off balance. They're all bot lane. Ra is on the run there, but I don't think they'll make it in time. That tower's going to go down fast. Tristana quickly takes out that tower super fast. Ra is finally here. Grom is still in the area, and it looks like they're going to back off and regroup here. That rotation worked out so well for Resurge.
For Raw right now, I feel like this is the time for them to go. It's Mini-Gnar right now. Like, they have the tank advantage. I feel like they should just go all in right now.
You would think that as well, but let's not forget about the power of Tristana. If they do not take out Tristana fast enough, or Veigar for that matter, both of them have the opportunity to turn the fight, and they know it. So they have to play it carefully. Twister does manage to get a little bit of slowed there on the impact. J4 drops the flag early, perhaps to try to force them to step further back. Resurge does react when he jumps across the area. Kind of a strange decision by J4, giving away your flag early. They don't really have to worry about much. The top wave seems to be winning, and so will mid lane since the inhibitor has been destroyed. But the respawning soon means that they will not have the super minions by that time. Here we go, the siege is continuing, ults being landed, Lemarino gets hit, and so does Vayne, so does J4! Oh my goodness, the Leona, the dunk yet again being slammed down! And once again, we're getting so much damage being spread all across the map. Victor does manage to get a little extra on the way out, but it's still just him and Gnar. Leona gets the catch yet again, and Victor, the quadra kill by Donut!
Who took the Penta?
Oh,
Who took the Penta?
I think it was Annie. I think Annie took out Tristana, I think.
Gungbag Annie taking
Wow.
the Penta here.
I think it was. I don't know. Folks at home, you'll have to let me know. I have no idea here.
There was the Vayne MVP moment, and it was just taken away for whoever took
Tristana
the
here
Penta.
had been a heck of an MVP, picking up kills here and there, but all of a sudden when team fights seem to break out here, seems to be caught every time with the Tibbers and every time with the Kim dunk. And every time that hoop is set up, it almost looks like Twister has no way to get out of there in the nick of time. Hopefully he'll figure out some way, either this game or the next one. Otherwise, Resurge might be looking for a quick loss if Tristana keeps going down fast.
I think Amsterdam's gonna have to get the
These audiences, these audiences, 100% correct. It's just consistent every time. Tristana just keeps getting caught by these ultimates and this damage output by these guys. And, you know, being a Tristana, you can't really survive a Leona, and Annie, and a J4. That's insanity. You'd have to get, like, some sort of item that'll help you get out of that situation. I don't know what would work.
Alistar can build the, what's the item that can un-CC someone?
Oh, yeah, it's the Merkel's Crucible.
Yeah, he can get that because Tristana also has a QSS, so she'll be able to get out of at least 2 stuns, which could give her enough time to get the damage out to kill someone, and maybe trade a 1-for-1.
That could work, but his plan of attack here appears to be something much different. He wants to go with an anti-burst build, going with the Locket, trying to make it so his barriers can keep Twister alive through the burst. I don't know if that'll work, but we're about to find out.
I'm thinking that's not going to work either, because that's not. I don't think that's going to be enough. If he would have gone Face of the Mountain plus Knight's Vow and Locket, I feel like that could have worked, because that's a lot of damage reduction. But when he doesn't have the Face of the Mountain, not having the extra damage reduction could just. I mean, it's just not going to do much for the Tristana. Because Annie straight up 100 to 0 her almost literally the last team fight, I think.
Right, and that is exactly the biggest situation that Amsterdam has to, you know, get good at this point. Timing. Because if this strategy of his, the Locket build, does not pay off, that means Twixter is just going to continue to die regardless of the situation here. But meanwhile, Veigar, one trick not being focused, is still unable to get the burst he needs to take out any of his targets, because most of the targets remaining are basically tanks and 1 carry.
Yeah, and when you have good positioning, he's been staying alive with good positioning. The problem is that he can't go near them at all to do any damage. So like he's basically the last 2 team fights. He really hasn't done anything to the carries on the side of Rawr.
Frozen Bullet, we've got some audience members. Frozen Bullet in particular says maybe the Mikkel's Crucible's not really the good item here in this situation, but I haven't heard his alternate choice yet. But he thinks that item might not be good in this situation because it looks like even if you can get the anti off of Tristana, you know, it doesn't matter because Tristana already has a QSS. So canceling out, you know, the timing of everything is going to be difficult. So I think that's his argument. Because
timing could be difficult, but
Mountain Drake up again here. Resurge wants to secure this one away. And they will have that opportunity because Resurge happens to know exactly where the remaining enemy team is. Lemarino tries to take it, but it's going to be secured by the tree. Hottie Williams.
I'm surprised they didn't attack him right there. They could have forced his flash.
Yeah, close, but in no case they wanted to take the safe route here. Notice, remembering the last 2 team fights not going well for them. They don't want to make another mistake. Gonna take anything in the cleanest way possible. Kim right now gonna clear out some wards here, reveals himself, which means Resurge now realizes that they're now positioning completely on this Baron. No vision has been dropped in this area until Malachi dropped one just now. And Kim and the others are being prepared for their first ever engage in the river.
And I don't know if you noticed, J4 had used his teleport at that dragon, so Nara right now, he can just straight up push down bot lane the whole time and TP whenever he wants to, and J4 can't go match that.
Oh, Hottie, you made a very big misread there. That's going to be a quick burst at the tree, and Twixter and the company are now in the run again. Whoa, face checking in the bush is always a dangerous gambit, and he's going to pay for it. Now they don't have a way to stop this Baron. What a very unforeseen situation by Hottie Williams. And now 5,000 on the Baron, 3,000 on the Baron, 2, 1, and it'll be easily secured by the Sejuani. What a terrible misread by Hottie Williams. Hopefully that'll not happen the next time. But then again, Raw, at 33 minutes in the game, have swung their lead back into their favor despite the lack of dragons in their back pockets.
Now I'm surprised when Nara was sitting in bot lane bush. When he turned Mega Gnar and decided to walk all the way up there. I don't know why he didn't just TP in onto that ward as a Mega Gnar. Because I mean, you're really gonna engage onto a Mega Gnar? That just right up against the wall. That's just bad. I don't know why he walked up to lane. He basically gave them the Baron for free.
Yep, and definitely a big mistake out of Hottie Williams. I hope his teammates, tell him it's okay, man. Sometimes it's just a bit of a misread. I know you were trying to just drop a sapling, get a ward in there. I know you were trying to do that. Don't worry, man. Mistakes happen. We'll still make the game 2 happen. This is still game 1. We're fine.
Can you stack Knight's Vows? Do you know that?
Wait a second here. That's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, it looks like that's exactly what the Leona's trying to do. Leona is now giving 2 passives to the Vayne here. Very bizarre decision not going for an anti-burst. But anyway, it looks like engage time. J4 gets caught, and it's not only him, but it looks like Tajiro is getting wedged in here. Experiment gets the burst, but the Tristana does lit through it. Twixter almost dead, and so is the remainder of the party. The damage burst was unable to come through, and Resurge forces a tie despite the mispositioning of Kim. Experiment does get a little bit of burst to force Twixter back. TP coming in by the J4. So the Resiege is about to continue as the Baron advantage is still in Raw. Lemonero misses it on Twixter. Twixter gets out of the situation, and Lemonero with no ultimate now. This is not looking pretty good for anyone right now. And in this situation, nobody seems to be able to capitalize.
No, but that was a great use of the Maokai ultimate right there. Being able to lock them across the lane and focus on one target at a time was able to keep the Tristan alive long enough because all the CC was locked down through his ultimate. Because that could have been the game if she would have died. I'm pretty sure that would have been game if she would have died.
Right, Raw thinks they've got the upper hand advantage, decided to say, hey, Kim, get in there, and didn't, and Kim just went in on impulse, didn't even try to get any of his combination to work there, and for some unexplainable reason, he didn't get immediately killed. He lived long enough, and perhaps it was because of his stone plate that gave him the extra tankiness. So now they know they can survive a little bit longer in the next team fight because the damage output's just not coming through on the J4 in time.
And to bring your point up back from earlier with the Zeke's it has a passive slow built into it. So if anyone's trying to attack the Vayne, you activate the item and it slows them down by like a certain amount or something like that. And apparently he gives bonus magic damage for over 2 seconds.
Hottie Williams wants to make a quick catch, but they're not going to get that catch on Leona. That's going to be a big Righteous Glory missed opportunity. So that means Hottie Williams will not have it when the ultimate comes around next time around. That's a bit of a mistake on his part, trying to force the catch on Leona. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That could be game. That could be game right now.
You were absolutely correct. Vagard stepped even just a smidge out of position, and they completely took him out of the game. Twixter is the last carry they have alive, which means for the good old Resurge, they do not have a way to fight back. If that Annie manages to get a good stun, if anyone stuns Twixter, this could be the end of the game. Stun has been managed to land. Twixter does manage to get out of that situation. Twixter trying to beat up that Leona, but the damage is not coming through. Amsterdam tried to hold him off, but it doesn't come through. Once again, more CC, more damage, and Hottie Williams goes down as well, and that is the ace. And Raw gets the first inhib tower for their situation and their team for the first time, and looks like they will win the game along with it as Annie, dropping a little disrespect, decides to take some tower shots here. Kim goes in, Victor takes a quick kill on the way out. The stun allows it to be easy pickings for the donut, and that's
got the kill through the fountain.
Absolutely. And once again, the tower's going down super fast here. Nexus goes and exposed on YouTube, and now the ultimate's being dropped by both sides here. And now, yeah, it was a pun. It wasn't good. The Nexus has been destroyed, and the first ever Nexus of Darkstar Gaming goes to Raw.
It's WWE Raw.
WWE Raw. Rawr.
Raw, whatever their name is.
I might as well drop the link again here, folks. Let's take a look at the statistics. What? Is everybody looking at what I'm looking at here? Hold on, let's fix the camera. Apparently, I have no statistics.
Mine's loading. Yours is a black screen.
Yeah, that is kind of strange. Here, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Now, oh snap! Yeah, I know what you mean. Whoa.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check the advanced
that is
details and see if maybe the button, maybe if the graphs are showing. No.
Here, I'll tell you.
Well, I happen to have a very, very bugged client, ladies and gentlemen. I won't be able to give you the statistical facts. We're gonna have to rely on our good buddy Sonic to describe who got the highest damage and how was the warding coverage as well.
When mine loads up here, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually struggling, so there could be problems right now with the client.
Right, and there's also the web. Thank you very much, big guy Mac. Really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and see if the website could possibly give us the view of it. I don't have my my capture going either, so let me go ahead and see if I can perhaps make a quick one.
Yep, it's a bug with the client. I have no stats either.
Looks like a bug with the client, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of an unfortunate display here, but let's go ahead and show you what I'm looking at. This is a display capture here. Obviously there was a game being played, but
hey, I'm gonna be right back. Okay?
No statistical facts, so we'll just have to move on, I suppose.
I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, anyway, folks, I think it's quite obvious the bursting damage that did occur. Let's go ahead and at least see if we could perhaps show the game on the web, but I don't exactly have. Maybe if I can, maybe just look at op.gg. What do you think, guys? Maybe I can just look at it there. Maybe find one of the summoners there, try to find it in there. Maybe that'll fix my situation. Let's see, give a little update and see if we could perhaps get the game. No, it looks like op.gg didn't seem to do the trick. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Well, folks, what a very unfortunate statistical situation. I'm going to go ahead and reload my client real quick. So be right back, folks. In the future here, hopefully we'll get a little bit more statistics information for game 2. What a little bit of an embarrassing situation, honestly, for our first situation ever. But hey, you know what? Sometimes Rito decides to not fix their clients. Sometimes. All right. Hopefully
it could be because of the new patch that came out not too long ago.
That may be the case. That may be the case exactly. But anyway, enough of that little circumstance, let's go ahead and get back into the client the way it is, and let's take a look at the following game here, folks. Let's see, rematch coming around here, because it's game 2 time. Let's go ahead and get ourselves ready and going.
Oh yeah, ready for that game too. Now, I would definitely expect that Annie band to come out at some point.
Hey, biggest fan. Hashtag Army's biggest fan. All right. Oh man, I can't
Why
wait.
can't I have a
I can't wait
fan?
till. Well, that's kind of true. How come you can't? I was gonna say Daniel. Isn't Daniel your biggest
Y'all are
fan?
just rude.
Sonic
sitting
gotta
here
get a biggest fan.
injured,
Come on, guys. Gotta get
Casting
Sonic in
for
there.
you guys.
Yeah, he's good.
It's okay. Blaze is my biggest fan.
Blaze is your biggest fan. That's true. Okay, let's go ahead and get this re-invites back into the fold here, folks. Let's see. Why is my folder here all the way down
Hang on,
here?
I may have just gotten something that allowed me to get some stats right now.
What an embarrassing game. Nothing you can really do about it, though, my friend. Anyway, let's take a look at where you are, Sonic. Get you invited for the game 2 here. I hope folks remember the dunk combination and just make assumptions from this point on damage output when the MVPs start coming around. We're gonna need you guys to, you know, tell us who got the MVP. I'll be dropping the straw poll momentarily for your decision of MVP. So we will get to that point after this game if, and only if, Raw manages to win another one.
Okay, I actually got some statistics now because thanks to Doki, I guess that's how you say his name, or Dookie, D-O-K-I. Through the champion that did the most damage was definitely Vayne, but Annie was right behind him. Now for ward coverage, let's find where that is. For most wards placed.
Oh, could you give us some numbers? That would be very much appreciated. The audience at home would definitely love to hear numbers for sure.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay.
Leona placed a total of 41 wards, and Alistar placed a total of 11. But for control wards, Leona only placed 3 control wards. Only 3. Oh, that's only 3 control wards purchased.
Oh. Okay, so wait, the Alistar only placed how many wards?
Alistar placed 41. He purchased 11 control wards, and Leona only purchased 3. It doesn't tell me how many they placed, but I'm assuming that they placed them all.
Odd stuff here, but anyway, we better get out of the way. It looks like they're gonna want to get into the lobby and ready for the next match here. Both sides switching, so now Resurge is on the blue side and Raw is on the red side, folks.
I can't move to spectate. I need one of them to move.
Oh yeah, well, Vigar bot. They've got their replacement for the Vigar 1 trick, getting a Vigar bot. Genius. Absolutely genius. So, Hazarin wants to understand exactly how many wards both Alistar and Leona placed. So, could you very simply say...
Leona placed a total of 47 wards, but only bought 3 control wards. Alistar placed a total of 41 wards and bought 11 control wards.
So it looks like I just got the link to it as well, but... there we go. So for the audience at home, I'll go ahead and show you. This is exactly what he's looking at right now and trying to let you guys know. Here is the statistics. These are all numbers. Kind of a bummer, honestly, but hey, you can't really get...
Do you see statistics right there?
Yep, and so does the audience now. Let's see.
Okay.
Looks like
47
wards placed by the Leona and 41 placed by the Alistar. It's right here in the blue, folks, just in case you needed to see that. There you go. Wards placed, kind of an honest-to-goodness ward output here. It looks like an incredible ward output, in particular by the Vagar 1 trick. 25 wards by a mid laner. Very, very rare. In fact, the jungler and mid laner share a 50 ward output. That is very impressive. But despite their incredible war coverage, which was working extremely well in the early game, seems to have faltered shortly afterwards. in that case, let's go ahead and take a look at the damage totals here. Right up here, folks, in case you aren't able to see it. This is the total wards here. The damage output, very close. 29.6k, 28.5k. Between the two highest damage dealers in the Tristana and Victor. 23.3, 23.3 even. Wow. They definitely got the damage output they were looking for. But anyway, folks, let's get back to the most important game at hand here. The game. Let's get this things ready and going. Deku! Sorry, that was a reference to something. Hey, Shadows! Nice! I hope Shadows in here. Anyway, folks, more importantly, let's get this thing underway. Looks like both teams seem to be ready. Wait a second, never mind. Two guys AFK, which means we better go ahead and turn on some music while we wait here.
I mean, you can listen to my drink.
Game 1 went through.
Wonderful
Damage. The damage charts look pretty interesting. So the first game has been won, and it is the victor goes to the Raw, and who is now on red side. My Hero Academia. Yes, you're correct. A burger. That is correct. I did make a reference. Deku. That was that. So what are we expecting? Get banned this game? Annie or Vayne?
Hang on one second. I'm definitely gonna see the. I'm gonna think it's the Annie.
It's RAR. It's not RAR. It's RAR. Everybody
Yeah,
in the
like,
chat, it's amazing. I can call
is
it
it
RAR.
Roar?
It's RAR. It's ROAR. It's W. It's sorry. It's RAWR.
Because you kept saying one thing, then I kept saying one thing. And I was like,
yeah, it's RAR.
Or is he
I called it RAW because by accident. Demand a refund. RAR. Yeah, you're right. All right. Lemonero says all the lemon or lem. Says all him. Lemon or lem. All right, folks. Looks like both are ready to go here. Didn't wait for the go. That's how antsy they are. I'm going to have to make sure that doesn't happen again, actually. For preparation purposes. More importantly here, folks, we have Game 2 coming around here. RAR with the lead in the board with that impressive victory. Let's see how the match is going to come around next time. Armin, you know me this long. How do you fuck it up like that? What are you saying? Experiment 626. What are you saying? I didn't mess it up. What you saying? Hold on. Whoa.
Experiment, don't you be trash talking us when I complimented you a lot.
Your commands
We both did, in fact. Caster, says big guy Mark. Exclamation mark to the third power. This is a Christian stream. What? What do you mean? Did we say something wrong?
What does that even mean?
Oh, I think it's a meme a bit. Because Christian channels are like really popular. Because they're like they get monetized. So that's what it is, I think.
Is he gonna ban? Okay, it looks like they have a missed ban. That could.
Oh, season 8
potentially
predictions.
DC?
That's interesting. We should probably talk about that coming up soon because not only will this, not only do we, as streamers and casters, we're gonna eventually have to talk about what's going on with season 8, but eventually these teams are also gonna have to play through the preseason of season 8, which means crazy bugs are gonna happen.
If you want to hold up for a second, we could potentially have a DC for the top laner here because he did not pick a champion for the last pick in ban phase.
Be denied.
Oh yeah, I just see that. It looks like that might be a pretty serious situation here.
Okay, it looks like he's back now.
Yeah, I believe we might have to tell one of the teams to stop so we can fix the situation here. Seems like neither side's been picked. Let's go ahead and message their team. Let's see if I can get message one of them.
Well, he's here. He's back now because he banned, but I don't know if the other team will allow him to.
Oh no, that's
basically...
no, that's fine. We just have to tell them. We have to tell them to stop. I don't have either one of Lemarino, Experiment, or anything like that. I just hope Experiment 626. We won't pick Twitch. That's what I told my team. Well, I think that's pretty generous. Okay, we don't have to do the redo. Thank you very much,
Oh, okay.
Experiment 626. Thank you.
So they're not going to do a band, or they're just not going to pick a
They're
champion?
just not going to pick him. That's what he said in the chat. That's what they agreed to do. That's very kind of them to do it that way, despite the very strange circumstance. We did get his word here onto the stream, and we also got his word here on the in the chat box, so we're all set. So no one's going to pick Twitch on either side.
Okay, and you better not be lying, man.
That's what they, it's what you banned Twitch for, so you wouldn't pick them. Lemarino takes a Gragas, and Jace has been selected. Looks like, once again, J4 is being picked, but this time he's on the Resurge side.
I'm assuming that this jungle pick could be Maokai again. Okay.
Twixter wants to take Tristana again, despite what happened last time. Let's hope that works.
He was doing fine. It's just all the CC that was on the side
absolutely.
of.
Q Gentleman, hey man, what's up? By the way, you keep messing up my name. It's Army Overlord, not Army Lord. Hello. If you just go at Army Overlord, hello, that'd be nice.
Army, I'm pretty sure he's saying it like that on purpose.
Yeah, you might be right.
He knew that you would say something. That's why.
No, not
this
for
Ziggs
me.
pick though. If this goes through, this is gonna be interesting. Oh snap! Okay, I haven't seen that in a while.
Ziggs?
Yeah, I normally don't see that in games. Against an Orianna though, it's pretty good. He has range against Orianna, so it should be a good matchup for him.
All right, well, let me be fair here, Jim. Jim Leduckin. To be honest, I don't know exactly how to address the Season 8 talk, to be honest. Sonic, where would you want to begin with Season 8 in particular? Because audience is starting to say, hey, let's talk about Season 8. But the truth is, with Season 8, there's like a lot of things to talk about. First off, this season is going into the Season 8, which means each team is going to, have to adjust their meta to how Season 8 becomes, which means the comfort picks that they normally take might be what they do in the regular season instead of taking something that could be a part of the meta, because the meta technically doesn't exist yet because Season 8 is, coming around. It's exactly what happened before, so I don't know where to start with this. Where do you think we should start?
I think we should start on the fact of Ardent Sensor most likely is going to be completely gone with the new meta. Only, in my opinion, only Janna and Rakan are going to be the only two left that even remotely try to use the item. Janna, obviously, because of her massive heal with her ultimate, that's just a given. And Rakan can constantly give shields.
52 people now! 52!
Didn't the audience want us to talk about Season 8?
Yeah, I know, but 52! Okay, go on.
Okay, well, I just finished my point, so do you want me to start a new one, or do you want to...
Anyway, well, everyone's spamming Lulu in the chat, so everybody's kind of wondering what's the Lulu ban all about. But, I don't know, I guess neither side wants to deal with a Lulu. Kog'Maw been selected. Gundy Donut gonna take out the Kog'Maw, but they don't really have much of a front line.
No, they don't. And if, I don't know why you would want to pick the Kog'Maw when you already see an Orianna and a J4. That is like the most simplest. I'm gonna ult you with, or I'm gonna go in with J4 and Orianna's gonna ult you. That is so simple. Like that's just asking for a Kog'Maw to die. If he doesn't have flash every team fight, he's dead.
Yeah, that's very true. Zyra being brought back into the meta in a certain way as well because of the Ardent sensor changes. Yeah. A lot of people talk about the Ardent currently, and they're saying Lulu's still great with that Ardent sensor. That's pretty true. Like, despite the fact that the nerfs are so strong, Lulu is just very good with that type of item, really.
Lulu is good, but the problem is Janna's better. So whenever the new meta comes out, which I'm assuming the support role is going to turn back into full-on engaged supports because Ardent Sensor, since it got nerfed, it's basically a given at that point. And Janna's just a better Lulu.
To change topics yet again on you, friend, sorry, but Camsterdam picking Zyra here kind of confuses me here. You know, you were just playing a tank support. Now you're playing a mage support.
Look at the side
quite a drastic change, honestly.
Look at the side of. Is it Rar? Rar? Rar?
Yeah. Rar.
Okay.
It's
Rar. Okay.
Rar.
I mean, you have a Jace, a Ziggs, and a Kog'Maw. The Ziggs and Kog'Maw basically can't. Well, they all three basically can't go anywhere. They have no actual like disengage. Ziggs has to time his little jump thing, but I mean, you basically have to stand there, wait for it to charge up to get a big jump. So it's basically asking to just die.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to rely on the Taric ult to protect them. So Zyra, in my opinion, is a great pick because she gets a pick onto one of them. That's instant, just a CC kill on whoever they get.
Okay, Frozen Bullet has backed up the statement of Zarya here, saying, "Hey, that's his best support player. So this is Amsterdam's best support. Well, you know, if you want to bring out your big guns, you better bring out your best. And I guess if Zarya is your best, then okay, I can agree to this statement. But it just seems kind of Zyra. Sorry, Zarya is the champion from Overwatch.
I was thinking it's like a Final Fantasy character.
No, it's the character from Overwatch, and I keep calling it that.
Well, we know what Army has been playing, guys.
Hey, you got me. Playing a little bit of here, a little bit of there. His legendary Syndra support. Sorry guys, I forgot to make an overlay for the loading screen. Don't worry, TFK377. Really appreciate what you do, man. What you do, fam. And we will get, you know, this is amazing as it is. People seem to really love our commentary as it is. So working on improvements is always great, and that's exactly what I do on a regular basis, especially with Sonic.
Well, oh, I was just about to say, well, maybe not you. Or you basically beat me to it.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, chat? He just trash talked me, man. Someone's trash talking him in the chat.
I thought you didn't notice. Dang it, you're too smart, man. You're too smart.
I'm in college, duh. I gotta be smart.
Oh yeah, 100%. Well, anyway, 40 seconds left on the clock here. Resurge is already down a win. They were ahead. They lost their advantage because of AoE burst. Burst. And you know what? They decided to get some of their own. They got Orianna and they've got the J4 Maokai combo. That's one of the most lockdown options you're going to ever get. Resurge's got definitely a brand new strategy going into this one, and they're going to make sure their burst is going to go all over the place when the next team fight comes around here. But can they catch the elusive Rar, who managed to come out strong and swinging? We'll see coming up soon, folks, because I'm extremely excited to see what happens next.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope someone please clip what he just said. The lockdown is lockdown burst. That's 100% quote from Army, ladies and gentlemen. While I drink my wonderful Gatorade.
I'm roasting those guys because they can't draft. Oh wow, the Magic Peanut. Hey, I remember you, Peanut. Nice meeting you again, man. Hope you can drop a follow.
Okay, you're taking a little too far now.
Oh, come on. Having a Alright, I'm done. Honestly.
Hey, calm down, Rivington.
Wow, everyone's dropping the burst and the
Y'all are insane. Don't encourage it.
Already followed. Thanks, Peanut. Real appreciated. Really appreciate.
Oh, hey, I just realized. Why do the ADCs have fervor? I just noticed that. Did they buff it?
What? Wait, buff what?
Fervor, because normally you take Warlord's Bloodlust on ADCs, but they both have fervor.
Maybe they think they're going to, you know, continue the fighting long enough. And I kind of agree. I think the team fighting is going to last to a certain degree where Fever kind of works for both situations. You know, because, like, they're obviously going to be tanking on both sides, and, you know, Taric is going to, you know, ult and keep them alive with no damage taken, but the Fever battle stack still continues to grow off. Therefore, Twister and Donut technically both benefit heavily from having the Feather of Battle. So that's why I think they're gonna, take it. Both of them.
Yeah, and I would say Donut might have a better edge because he's probably going to go for the on hit Kog'Maw build. Rage Blade, Bork. What's that item? Hurricane into the thing that gives a certain amount of magic resist, 50% attack speed. I'm assuming that's what he's going to build because that's generally the only build you do on Kog'Maw these days.
Oh boy, looks like the dogs are barking here, folks. They're excited, ready for some quick engage action. Come on, minute. Come on, seconds. Tick away. Let's get this match 2 coming around. Oh, yes, thank you, Peanut. That's absolutely correct. I'm the one editing this. Let me go ahead and fix that right on here for you, because one team's on the wrong side, and so is the other one. Very nice of both of you. Very nice of the audience to give me such help.
Cookie for the win. What team are you talking about?
Chucky for the win? What?
Or yeah, Dio.
I didn't
Dio.
do. Hold on. Doki said this. Army switched the teams. Lol. Fixed that. Thank you very much. It's all corrected now. And it's still 0-0. There we go. Fair, everybody. We're all set. Everybody's right. Everything's set. Yipper has items. What are you saying? I'm looking on the stream. Everything's correct. What?
Man, the chat is trolling you right now because I don't even know what they're trying to do.
I think they're talking about, yeah, they're talking about things that was, wait. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Hottie, what is going on? Hottie actually is kind of not in the game, really. He just took a red buff and then left. Then he went back to base, and now he's going. Now he just took blue, and now he's heading up the. What in the world is Hottie's strategy? He's about to gank Kim. As Malachi gets locked down, the CC actually misses because Grom pushes Kim out of the way, and Kim flashes to avoid it. He then backed for items. Ah, thank you. I am Villa. Really appreciate that. So, Hottie didn't buy items, then went back to base, bought items, took the blue buff. That's what happened. That was weird. What an interesting game 1 here.
When you forget to buy items.
Yeah. What an interesting game 1.
But man, that Malachi, oh man. Feels bad, man, when you accidentally mess up the CC.
Looks like Crit Plank is now playing Cuphead in the bottom right corner. I should have turned off my notifications.
Uh-oh. Look at the Gragas.
Lemon Hero going to take advantage of Hottie's lower leveled situation by pressuring, but it looks like the belly slam does not hit Hottie. Hottie will now leave, and Gragas now takes control of the upper half of the jungle.
He just denied him almost that whole camp of experience. Like, Hottie right now is so far behind in experience, he might not be able to catch up this game, because that is a Gragas.
Yep.
If we click on Hottie here, he's only halfway to level 4 right now.
Thank you, Zeno, once again. A little bit of lack of preparation on my part. A little bit of here, a little bit of there. A lot of strange glitches have been happening, but hey, you get better with age, I assume. Oh, Hottie, uh-oh. I don't think he's got smite, does he? No, he doesn't. Hottie's about to go down.
What are you?
Take it down. Oh, no, Hottie. Oh, no, Hottie. Why? Why did that Hottie no?
Ladies and gentlemen, Hottie has just joined the Tilt Train Express.
Oh, no, Hottie. With the outplay by the Golem. Going for the headshot. Gets landed. Hottie, no counterplay.
That was worse than what I said.
I think he had smite too, I think.
He did? I don't think. He has smite now, but I don't know.
Humphrey.
He could be lagging. Like.
Yeah, that's true. but they
That
have
could've-
not paused
he's
for
going
it
top
yet.
lane
So
again,
Lemarino
though.
gonna go in and make a quick gank. Clamsterdam just barely gets out of that, decides to use the flash after being stunned. And great job on the plants to stop the Gragas belly slam. Ooh, that poking so far by Clamsterdam seems to be going pretty well. But in the same breath here, he doesn't have a very strong presence right now, considering his mana bar is quite low after all the poking on Tarek. Speaking of low, topside almost has 0 mana as both sides are just trying their best to force the other behind in mana. Stun landed. Kijiro once again makes it easy for Clamsterdam to get caught, but Donut now is in a bad spot. Twister's going to try to take out Donut, but is unable to do so. Kijiro forces the stun, the jump to block, but it's not going to work. Tristana uses her own to get out of that situation.
It looks like Gragas is going to rotate down too.
And Hottie gonna try to get that advantage against Kim yet again. This is the same type of ganking that was happening before against Grom. Can Kim get out of this situation? Hottie is not going to commit. Does drop the E, but does not have the combo because he used it earlier.
Man,
Hottie
Kim
has been
is
making
a champion right now.
Hottie has been making some big mistakes so far with his rotations of CC, including the kill earlier. Poor Hottie Williams has been having a very difficult game. I hope his teammates are giving him some confidence because he very much needs it.
Yeah, and Kim's been playing the top lane right now beautifully, getting ganked 3 times back to back to back.
And the blue buff not going to be given to Ziggs here. Does seem a bit of an interesting decision. Experiment is the type of person that you can't leave in the lane alone because Ziggs is really, really strong. If you leave him alone, you might be saying goodbye to that mid tower along with every roam you try to do. In any case here, this situation's only looking pretty bad for Resurge on the blue side here. I'm hoping Resurge can really regroup their advantage later on in the game because they had the early advantage in game 1, but game 2 seems to be well into the hands of iRawr. Anyway, Kim is still pressing that advantage of Jace, and it looks like Kim can continue that advantage because I don't think Grom has gotten any items to survive that onslaught of damage from Jace. And that lethality only makes it a lot more worse for Grom.
It sure does.
So who will win in a fight? The Prince of Demacia or some rocks? So some Rocky.
That's a tree, not a rock.
I know, right? That's so weird that he said Rocky, boys. Grom is taking a lot of impact from that lethality damage from Kim. Anyway, oh
like
boy, Amsterdam uses the ultimate, but it's a quick escape for the Cho. I'm sorry, for the Kog'Maw. Lemarino going on to Grom here. Lemarino going to walk away as well as he sees the reinforcements coming in. And it's not just Hottie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why Maokai just threw his ult down right there.
Experiment gonna continue that siege. The bomb lands. Does manage to get a little bit extra. He's got the bam, the slam, and the thank you, ma'am. He takes out not only the support. No, he only takes out the support, actually. Anyway, the ult barely misses. Grom survives. Oh, boy. The Jace flashes out. Grom's in a really bad spot now. The shot has landed. Grom is in a terrible position. The flash E has knocked the tree off root, and down he goes. Didn't know he had a chainsaw in his belly, but my goodness. That was a heck of a slam. Experiment trying to force Veigar one trick off of the tower. For Targon, misses with the E. Chijiro takes some big damage, but Veigar one trick can't seem to dish it back out after the ultimate being used.
Crazy fights been happening, man. Crazy fights everywhere. right now.
Is this TSM versus Team Coast? Everybody's having so much fun with this. I have never had an audience this big, and I'm so happy I'm entertaining all of you along with Sonic.
Yeah, but they all like me more, except for that one guy.
Except for that one guy, my #1 fan. Experiment 626 gonna try to take the steal, does not throw it in time, but ends up getting caught and bursted by the
Oh
Twixter.
my lord.
Alright,
there
fine.
it is,
Right,
ladies and gentlemen.
Last one. 130 end. Last one. Can we...
You're like Rivington giving puns.
That tower comes down quick, and Resurge will take the first turret. The Amsterdam will secure it himself, in fact. And it looks like the farm lead by Oriana going pretty well so far. Kog'Maw forces the wave out, runs all the way to the safest of towers, and simply lets the bot lane come back in for free, as you would normally do so, because that would be really risky to try it any other way.
I mean, I'm surprised.
Peanut says, no, I actually hate both of you because you don't acknowledge my superiority to everyone. Oh, well,
Peanut, I don't even know who you are, so I can't acknowledge you at all.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's correct. I do know Peanut, and to be honest, I don't think he's that superior, honestly.
It looks like Maokai, though, might die right here.
Oh, the stun forced on the root here. The slow by Grom and the slow by Lemarino. The Jace tried to get one last auto. He needs just a single one to hit. Grom, nowhere to go. Experiment does manage to secure the kill. And yes, unfortunately for Grom, he had a slim chance to make a jump over, but there was no way he was going to ignore that experimental damage.
You gotta calm down with the puns, man.
Peanut says, yeah. I'm literally the embodiment of inting on ADC.
I mean, yeah, if you're bad at the game, I can believe it.
Poor Grom is having the worst game right now. He's struggling completely to Kim in this situation, which really wasn't the case last time.
Well, in my opinion, he could do one thing that could help him out in the lane, and it's what you actually told me to do one time, and that's build a Bramble Vest instead of going for Righteous Glory first.
Right, and the reason why I did mention it in the day was because the Bramble Vest is a very strong item against auto-attacking type of top laners like Jace and a few others, which would work really well. You know, the hybrid items of going a Sunfire Cape and a Sunfire Cape and a Bramble, you know, to really maximize that tick, so when you're on top of your target, you can really hit him for a lot of damage with that AP, along with your own abilities, of course. But in this situation, he's very much focused on trying to force himself to get that Righteous Glory, so he can get the ultimate to come off here. Anyway, Kim misreads and gets obliterated. Amsterdam actually secures the kill at the last second. Veigar one trick, gonna try to take advantage of Experiment. Experiment tries to get out, but does not get over the ledge. He flashes over, and it looks like the Ghost ran out on Veigar one trick as he continues to chase down river. Experiment narrowly escapes. The tower is being sieged by the bot lane, and the top side's going down quickly. Lemarino trying desperately to get him off of this tower, but the damage is too real, too strong. Forces the ultimate. Lemarino is unable to force the tower to stand. It goes down to the bot lane yet again, and that is another tower for their team, and that makes it 3 towers to 0 as Resurge once again gains control of the towers and the gold advantage.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising right now, because iRawr had such a great start, and now all of a sudden it's 3 towers to 0, and tier 2 in the top lane's already gone.
They seem to be losing a lot of momentum very quickly and very fast. Honestly, not very surprising, considering their rotation seems to be quite lackluster, or, as I would say in this situation, they just seem to be pressured at the very good amount of times, and that's exactly what's been going on. Oriana was fighting the Ziggs mid laner, so Ziggs couldn't get there in time while the siege was continuing, and at the same time, Kog'Maw was farming bot side, and didn't think to back in time.
Well, the Ziggs for some reason just started attacking the mid lane tower for no reason. Like he actually had time to rotate to top lane. Instead, he decided I'm gonna try to get this mid tower. But how could he have done that when Orianna? I think he could have seen him. I think there was a ward at one point in the river.
And a pause has been executed here. Kim immediately has been forced away here. You have the chat log. I don't. So you know exactly who paused it and when and everything. So let me know who's who and what's what momentarily. But anyway, Kim immediately disconnected. And that's a very vital member. He has a huge farm advantage. And he seems to be heading bot as Resurge is sieging the bot tower right now.
Yeah, well, it looks like
are definite. Let's just speak about this game in particular while we go ahead and take a look at the money amounts as well. Resurge has been able to take advantage of rotations twice in 2 games now. That's true. But they haven't been able to capitalize to the point where they get to the base and just, dominate from there. As for their opponents here, the rotations actually have been going not so great at all, because it looks like in every situation, iRawr just is always one step behind. But the game eventually swings around, and their late game carries comes around, and then all of a sudden, the damage is kind of coming around to the right place in the right positions. So the question here I'm asking is, why is iRawr having so much struggles on these rotations? Is it because they're new? Is it because they don't know what's going on? What do you think?
I honestly think because they don't expect the damage from the Tristana onto towers. I think that's what it was. Because, I mean, you normally don't see... For one, you normally don't see 3 people stay in the top lane. But at the same time, you don't see the 2 top lane towers go down within less than, 2 minutes. Because it did not take long for both of those towers to go down. I think it only took them maybe, 3.5 minutes to take 2 towers. That is incredibly fast. When there's only really one person who can actually damage the tower. Because I mean, all Ziggs really would have had to do was all he had to do was just walk up towards the top lane and just ult the wave, even if he couldn't get there. If you just take away all the minions, they can't continue on the tower. Because Gragas was there at one point.
Yes, I think that's exactly what, which brings you to another point of argument here: the lack of communication. Because, Lemarino could have said, hey, I'm up here, I could throw a barrel, it's cool, just give me that ultimate from you, Ziggs, and we can make this work, you know what I'm saying? It's like they didn't communicate that when Lemarino was up there, who could have just cleared the wave out, stopped the push. And the thing is, Experiment, when everything was going down, was also fighting Orianna, so that's just the kind of rotations that have been canceled out, and I hope, iRawr can kind of recommunicate themselves coming back into this one, because it seems like there's just a bit of a lack of communication going on from iRawr, and the rotations are starting to really affect how every game's been going so far for iRawr's team, especially in the mid game. But they seem to capitalize early, though.
Yeah, and I mean, it honestly seemed like they told the Ziggs to go after that tower. Because, I mean, it looked like he hesitated going top lane, and then he went back to the mid lane tower. Or he got greedy, wanted that wave.
And he also wanted to try to force the tower down as well in mid, but he didn't get it low enough, and that's when Veigar one-trick jumped him. And there you go. Finally, folks, looks like the unpause is finally coming through here. Let's finally get this game back on track, and we can finally get this game going. Anyway, folks, long enough we'll wait for you. We did manage to collect ourselves a bit. Lemarino gonna charge in. The body slam runs into a minion yet again. That's the multiple times that seems to happen to him. Adi gonna trap in Lemarino and sets up the play against Ziggs. Ziggs gets killed immediately. The Taric ultimate barely saves the Kog'Maw, but can it save it for long? No, Tristana gets the last auto in there, takes out Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw's true damage almost takes out Twixter in the return, but once again, Resurge does manage to come out on top here. And in that early game situation, or in this case the early mid, Resurge seems to win these fights consistently.
Yeah, and I don't know why,
10
but
seconds on the Infernal Drake here. Wait a minute, they're backing? Guys, it's 10 seconds on the Infernal Drake.
Army, they can't hear you.
Oh, you're right, and even if they could, it was 33 minutes behind. They're gonna let go of an Infernal Drake.
33 minutes behind.
3 minutes behind, I meant.
33 minutes behind.
33
minutes behind, ladies and gentlemen.
33 minutes behind. I'm 33 minutes behind, if I think that made
But
sense.
it looks like they're gonna go for it now, but Tarek, I don't know how to say that guy's name.
Oh, wait.
But what I want to know is why did Tarek not ult as soon as they started a fight? Because I mean, he could have protected the Ziggs. Instead, they just let Ziggs die for nothing.
And they nearly let Kog'Maw die as well. But anyway, Resurge seems to be the only team on this Infernal Drake. Again, a lack of rotation seems to be going on from iRawr yet again.
Chase does have teleport for this fight.
Tajiro once again seems to give some respect and disrespect to the J4 at the same time with that movement.
Oh, look at that plant army right there.
Yep, and that is going to be an Infernal Drake number 2. And this is their, in this game, in the game 1 and 2, this is their 3rd Infernal Drake. Ziggs trying to make that tower go down in time, but Grom manages to get the slow to happen. An Experiment races his way towards the plant, does get there in time to avoid the ultimate, but Hadi on his tail, Experiment trying to jump to the next one. He can't get to it in time. Hadi forces himself to explode the next one, but that's too late, and he goes down yet again. I have never seen somebody so desperate to jump to the next plant, his hand reaching over the railing, trying to get to that plant, but Jarvan denies him with that ultimate. Never seen anything like that.
Well,
oh, wow, the Kog'Maw's going to try to force the fight to be one on his side, but he didn't get it. And Twixter, yet again, comes out on top.
It looked like the Kog'Maw. It looked like the Kog'Maw auto-canceled like 3 times, or he got stuck between a minion where he was trying to the Tristana.
And at the same time, he tried to use his abilities off as well, so I think that might have made the situation a little harder for him.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying, ladies and gentlemen, minion pathing should be taken out of the game.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would agree with you here. Herald has been secured for the mighty J4, who has been quite, well, not mighty at all, actually. He actually lost to, well, the Golems earlier. But Hadi has been able to make a lot of rebounds, and now Resurge is way out in front with their advantages at the 2,000 lead, and Infernal Drakes, their damage output looking pretty strong here. Amsterdam now seems to DC, and so does Kim.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
There could be some serious client problems right now. Does anyone in the chat know?
Anybody know about any Twitch, any recent information about client problems late? Anything like on Twitter or anything like that? Anybody know? Because it sounds like might be some sort of issue. Looks like Radarol's cousin says they don't see anything in particular.
That dude said "Ree."
Wait, where?
Maokai texted the chat. He goes "Ree."
Oh.
Can I type to them?
I mean, I don't know. We're spectators, and if you could, it would be from 3 minutes in the past.
No, it doesn't work, man. I would love to hear a read.
Gonna take you back to the past to play some shitty games. Oh, that's good. Good stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah, you do play Overwatch.
Ooh, is that a burn? You burning me?
I don't know, but I smell some biscuits.
All right, FTK says his bug relates to him being Plat 1 instead of Challenger rank 1. So it says that's a bug.
Bro, that's a huge difference in skill level right there. If you would have said like Diamond 5, I could have respected the joke.
But you said Challenger, so
yeah, I would say like we might know one person that's in challenge. Like everyone that's here, only like one person might know one person.
Funny stuff. Anyway, folks, I will be momentarily right back. Looks like this pause seemed to be quite a good length of time, so I'm gonna grab myself a drink. While this is still happening, folks, I'll leave I'll leave this on the money amount until I get back. Not gonna have a repeat of this time, Sonic. I will not leave that money on by that time. I will be back, I promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what he's talking about.
You don't? Oh, never mind then. Must have been somebody else. That's the money amount, folks. I'll be back momentarily.
But he's already back.
Gone long.
Well, I don't know if he noticed. He reconnected as he left. Poor Army, guys. Poor Army. So, chat, how's it going? Anybody play any sports? You know, you got soccer, football, baseball. Well, it looks like a game has resumed, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like they're just going to force it right down the mid lane at the moment. Maokai is set up, ready to go in. And the league client is starting to freeze for me. Well, this is just great.
Someone said take over the stream? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh,
Bro, the chat's not working for me anymore. I don't see anyone typing anything.
Well, refresh.
I'm on my phone.
Refresh your phone.
There's no actual refresh button.
Oh. Turn your phone off, turn it back on.
That just takes too long. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna try
it
to
does.
reload the stream and see. Cause I asked the chat, like, does anyone like any sports? And I noticed no one said a thing.
I mean, yay, sports. For my high school team, I played defense. I used INT. I used to soccer. I have a Challenger account. So apparently varied in answers. But anyway,
He used to
Eponine
soccer.
of the Noir says, take over the stream. Do it. You deserve this.
Oh, Jarvan's going in.
Yes,
Jarvan's
he-
about to get CC'd.
Oh, yes, he does, actually. And Tarek immediately responds with his own ultimate to negate the burst damage from Twixter.
Then see, now that's the correct time to use because they could have followed up easy.
And speaking of
Oh,
follow-up
the
easy,
Gragas.
Lemarino goes right in. And it looks like the CC lockdown by Grom ain't gonna last long enough. Donut trying to get a quick kill on the way out. Hottie does go down to Donut. Donut's got a triple kill. Yes, he does.
The triple stun!
He's got a penta. No! Zig secures the top opportunity for the penta.
Like I said last game, ladies and gentlemen. Scumbag experiment. Take the pentas.
Finally, towers in mid are coming down pre 30 minutes in for RAR, as they have once again won another team fight. These team fights seem to be going consistently in the favor of RAR each time. And yeah, I missed everybody too. I love you guys. I'm so glad I got to meet all of you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure the team fights were going in the favor of. Why the hell do I keep forgetting these people's names?
Okay, Resurge blue, RAR red. And yes,
I know
you
who
are
RAR
technically
is.
correct. Yes, you are technically correct. I was technically saying that RAR in the past was losing team fights against Resurge. But the thing is, right around the 20-30 minute mark, that's when Resurge starts to lose their team fights for some reason, whether it be kiting or just really good ward.
Well, it looks like Research is just gonna kill Ziggs and Kog'Maw right now.
Yeah, absolutely correct, in fact. And Kog'Maw goes down real proper quick. They happen
That's
to
a
have...
Baron.
That could be a Baron, but Research seems to be flipping a coin right now, and they don't know whether
They
it landed on Baron or get Tower.
They should go to Baron for this. Just let J4 stay in the top lane. Some of the Rift Herald, just go to Baron. Let the Rift Herald do its job.
And that's exactly what they do, in fact. Here we go. The Gromp is already working on that Baron. 7,000, 6,000 on the Baron, 5,000, 4. J4 jumps over to avoid the stun. 3,000. Lemonade's got one last chance. The knockup stops them. They push him all the way out. No chance for the steal. Orianna secures it.
That was very good play on the side of
Up, over, and out.
Resurge.
Lemonero had no chance to stop that one. There were so many wards that they had to clear out in that area. Couldn't get that opportunity, but they will now. But they leave the control. Nope, Jace is going for it. Never mind. Yep, Kim takes out that control ward, and that is one of the situations that has been going quite awry for their team. Both sides seem to capitalize on the other's mistakes in such a weird fashion, and other times it's like damage burst seems to be coming through, but neither side is able to be the better team in some situations. It's kind of like one side just kind of gets a little harder of an engage, and the other one just kind of receives it a little too harshly, instead of, you know, kind of being a little bit more consistent.
It seems like they're very indecisive, because I mean, we just saw 4 people wanted to go top lane, then one person went to Baron, and then they kept walking back and forth there for a second. It seems like they're not fully committing to what they want to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That damage
true.
though, that was some good damage on Trist.
My goodness, it's once again the same situation, but in the reverse this time. Resurge sieging the tower with the Baron. This is something they had last time and worked pretty nicely for them tower taking wise, but last time this backfired against them, and iRawr came out on top with the great job of protecting Donut during combat. Honestly, neither side really has a clear upper hand advantage, despite, you know, the champions they play, you know? Maybe I'm wrong here. They're going to go right in right fast. Grom, Krabs, not 1, not 2, but 3 carries along with it. Experiment gets ulted. He needs to run to his Kog'Maw ally. Kog'Maw does not get CC'd, but Twixter gets forced into a terrible position thanks to the Gragas ultimate, and Kog'Maw grabs a nice juicy snack of multiple heads on a plate.
That was honestly, in my opinion, just a bad spot to engage. You were too far spread out. They had 2 guys at the tower, and then they had 3 guys fighting into a 5-man.
Yeah, and Lemonero just kind of ulted one of the people into a horrible spot, so there was just like, yeah, bye-bye, Tristana. The way was completely cut off, and Tristana, mid-jump, realized that the traps below, you can't jump over those. Your move's a dash, so that minefield actually explodes right on Tristana's feet.
And this is back to the point that we were just talking about. Maokai, I think it was Maokai, Zyra, and J4 were all ready to just go full on in there, but then you had Orianna and Tristana, who came around the backside not ready, or Orianna and Zyra, whoever it was. Or Tristan Zyra, my bad.
The Epo9 of the Noir has a good point here. Research really should practice a lot more on those team fights. It seems like their team fighting seems to be rather skewed in a specific way that kind of doesn't allow the carry to get an easy play. You know, the truth is they're very good at catching, but their team fighting seems to be quite on the weaker end of the deal. Perhaps they might even consider a strategy change in the future, maybe a more pick comp. You know, pick and grab comp than a team fighting comp, maybe. That could work for them, but in this game in particular, their team fighting seems to be a step behind iRawr, no matter where iRawr or how strong Resurgent is.
In my opinion right now, I agree with his point, but it also comes down to where the Kog'Maw has been positioning himself in these fights. He always makes sure he is standing behind that turret.
Chijiro catches the tree, stuns him for a second, but nothing seems to be a big play here. Oh, Jace is chasing after. The catch is almost complete. Twixter uses the ultimate to force the J4 back, and now Chijiro seems to clear out that ward finally. No, I'm actually... I was kind of speaking about Chijiro's ward clearing there. I know I kind of sound like I'm speaking about multiple things at once, which makes me sound weird. But yeah,
you said use the ultimate to push back G4.
Yeah, Twixter did that. Yes. I know I didn't finish my thought, but I'm pretty
No,
sure.
he pushed back to Jace, not J4.
No, I said Twixter pushes Kim. Oh no, I said okay, no. Regardless of that, I've messed up, and I'm sorry. Regardless to that, I messed up.
I just had to bug you about that one.
Yeah, you did. Anyway,
Looks like
Kim
Jace
now
about
is
to go
going to
down.
try to get some last hits in. Twixter made that look too easy. Thank goodness for Grom's catching
They got a
ability.
catch on the Gragas.
Yeah, they did. Gragas got body block. He has nowhere to go. Locked in. Twixter's going to make the catch and grab. This is the type of catching this team really needed. Grom was unable to get that to work right. Hottie Williams tried to get one more catch along the way. Doesn't work. Close, but neither side seems to be able to get the upper hand here. Seems like they changed their strategy a bit, though. You can see that they're trying to make more catches now.
Yeah, I think they quit on the team fight oriented stuff and decided to go, we're gonna try to kill people off in the side lanes.
This might be inaccurate because we don't know what the next fight's gonna bring. But they definitely seem to be setting up a 1-3-1 strategy as they send Twixter and the Malachi to split a little bit. Wait, what? Why didn't he just take the farm?
I don't know, but do you notice Maokai's farm in this game right now?
It's 88, actually. What is going on with Grom? 88 farm? Oh my goodness. The Infernal Drake is coming up again. If Resurge get their hands on it, there might not be a team fight in the world that will allow Resurge to lose one. They're going to start it right away, right in front of their opponents. That's insane. 3,
Why wouldn't they? Oriana has the ball.
2,000. Twixter's the only one hitting it right now. They push out, they confirm the 3 Infernal Drakes, and it's fight time now, folks. Grom gets caught out. Twixter ulted, but flashed to avoid. Wow! They did that right in front of iRawr. And iRawr tried what they must, but they did absolutely nothing on the screen to stop that Infernal Drake take. Instead, they now retaliate by trying to take on the Baron. 24% physical damage and AP damage bonus for the Resurgence here. That damage might be... Oh, boy. Well, there you have it, folks. That damage is now starting to come through here. Even the tanks now are able to do some good damage. Twixter, hey, careful! Okay, the barrier does come through. Lemarino's gonna just stand there and die.
He flashed over. He used his body slam to get out.
Well, oh yeah, I see what you're saying now. And he didn't have flash either. Yeah, so that's just about it for him. He knew he was done for.
I'm pretty sure that's game. They're gonna get Ziggs here, kill him, and then GG.
Wow, I don't even know what just happened here, folks. But it looks like we might be getting a game 2 here. Seems like the blue side is the good side for game 1 of the entire season.
You mean
Wait a
game
second!
2?
Ziggs gets the dunk! No, he slams it from 3 free. Oh no, hold on, that's not how the fun goes.
3-point range.
Thank you. Slams it from 3-point range! Oh my goodness, that shot! Ray Allen, is that you? What in the world was that shot?
Ladies and gentlemen, this Army Overlord had just said game 1 when this is game 2, and then forgot downtown from 3-point range from the NBA.
Oh, I see. Oh.
You actually said
Clever.
this is game
You're
1.
clever. You're a clever little guy. All right, fair enough. Anyway.
Well, I had to make sure that they're not going to get confused for people tuning in that this is game 2, not game 1.
Okay, well, it is game 2, correct. And I was speaking about the first game as in the first series. I apologize for not having better context. So, in any case, the first inhibitor is down on the top side for the team of Resurgence. This is a very similar situation to last time. But then again, the team fight seemed to go really well for iRawr. So let's see if Resurge, despite their 3 Infernal Drake advantage, can manage to make a good play here. They're going for a catch. They're going right for that. Kog'Maw, they changed targets last second on to Jajiro. Jajiro now is
like
going to
gonna
be
get him.
whoa, they used, oh boy, they used their ultimates. One of them in particular.
They used just Oriana's.
Yeah.
Oriana's cooldown though it's only 48 seconds. That's a pretty short cooldown.
A couple of mods being passed around here, folks. You're welcome. Towers being taken here. Resurge has complete control with the Infernal Drakes. The top one coming down. 34 minutes in. Resurge with the Baron, with the Infernal Drakes, going to try to siege. They don't really have a strong siege, but they do have a good enough one with Zyra.
Well, I mean, they have amazing siege. They have a
three-point shot does land onto the Amsterdam, but doesn't do that much damage. Kind of a strange decision, I'd say. I thought he would like ult the mid-wave or use his ultimate somewhere else. To use it just to get some poke damage kind of doesn't make much sense to me, in my opinion.
They are baroned up, so I don't think he can actually kill the melee minions just with his ult now, since they're baroned up.
That is true if he were to focus the wave on bot side, but if he used it on the mid wave before it showed up, this wouldn't have happened.
I see what you're saying there.
Uh-huh. Ult does not land on target, actually. Looks like they all got everyone got out of the way of that one, and the Vigor one trick looked a little bit perplexed at how that happened. But in any case, reset seemed to be the name of the game here. 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock before the Elder Drake should be coming out.
I still want to know, why is this Maokai not broken 100 farm
It's a
yet?
zoning ultimate, you're right. Zoning ultimate.
Is Maokai given the farm to somebody? I haven't yet seen him like actually farm E lane.
Well, Grom, I don't even know what's going on with Grom, honestly. He's not sharing the farm. He's just pushing the wave out. He's not taking any of the farm.
97 farm is just very poor. Like if he had as much farm as Jace right now,
it's weird.
He would be a whole item ahead of him.
True, and you know what the worst thing is? We've seen him so far go well in game 1 with farming actually pretty decently, and actually one of the highest other people to farm in this. Now he's not even farming at all. Even the Tark is actually getting close to his farm numbers now. It's really bizarre. Wait a minute! Veigar one trick with the ultimate, the new dunk strategy, sending the ball into the hoop to cause a shockwave effect that not even the airborne genius of Ziggs can get out of it. That's what you call being denied in the most epic of ways.
You just went Shaquille O'Neal on him, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yes, and then pushed him off. Just like Shaq.
Look at this Kog'Maw damage though.
Yes, that health percentage damage really coming through here. There are a lot of health bars on that champion. But so far, Gandhi Donut is is doing a pretty solid job so far.
Yeah, they're gonna have to protect this Kog'Maw if they're gonna try to win this game. Like at this point,
it's so a little bit of funny times in the chat here. Decided to give him the game farming simulator for the poor Grom. I think he'll really appreciate it. The ult actually lands on the very important targets here. Kog'Maw gets hit multiple targets. The double burst. It takes out multiple targets, and it looks like Jajiro ends up getting caught as well. Goes down here. Lemonero tries to get one kill out. The barrel does not hit the target here. Lemonero and Experiment are the only one left. Oh, bye-bye, Experiment 626. And Lemonero, so long. And that's everybody for the ace. That should be the game. Yeah, that should be the game right there. They don't have an 80 carry, but they do have enough attack speed.
And they got cannon, or not cannon,
Looks like we're having a game 3 here, folks. As Resurge managed to get themselves a win here.
I literally just forgot what the big minion is called.
The siege minion?
Yeah, siege minion. There you go.
Okay. Wait a second. Wait a gosh dang second. Really? They're not gonna go for the win here. They're actually going to reset. What a...
They're probably just taking it safe. I'm assuming they're going to reset, buy items, force the Baron back.
You would think that, right? But why wouldn't they just go to the bot tower and just take that one if you're going to reset?
Yeah, they could have done that.
I think they may have misread the situation and simply thought they could beat the timer. But when they finally realized how short the timer was, they decided take the inhibitor and go. But honestly, that was a bit of a mistiming in math here. I hope for Resurge's sake they don't let that situation slip through their fingers again. Because that was a free tower and inhibitor they could have took.
Yes, indeedy, feed the needy.
Well, it looks like both sides. Yeah, this might be a little bit of a longer one. You know, one side happens to have a lot of damage. The other side just doesn't have that much. So
it's all on the Kog'Maw right now. Ziggs. I don't feel like Ziggs can really blow anybody up because Orianna has opted into a Leandry, so he has health. And then Tristana is too far away.
Right, and I think Gandhi Donut here, his only burst he'd be able to do is if it was the target being low enough. Anyway, Elder Drake getting bursted very fast. That should be Experiment. Tries the ultimate, does not get it, and ends up walking into a very powerful...
Yeah, but when you have a Kog'Maw, though, for the Baron...
Yep, and they're going to try to take it, but that's not fast enough.
No.
Here comes Grom. He charges right for the Kog'Maw here, but that's a lot of health percentage damage. Grom is going to try to take the distraction away long enough. The immortality coming through, but Twixter takes out Lemonero. Whoa! Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Look at this damage on the Kog'Maw, though.
It is coming through, but it's not enough. There's too much burst in the return fire. And the ace comes through. Grom's going to go for the TP to try to take out some Nexus towers. Both sides are hoping that those towers come down pretty quickly because they really want to reset on both sides here because Game 3 should be very interesting, especially considering Grom's very bizarre farming situation. In any case, it is going to be the Nexus falling right here, folks. It's going to be the very first ever third match of Darkstar Gaming.
I feel if Kog'Maw would have had that Wits End before that fight, that extra 40% attack speed, I'm pretty sure he would have just gotten a pentakill.
I would have been sure that... Oh, no. Oh, not again. Are you kidding me?
No stats?
No stats again here, folks. Oh, no. Oh,
Doki.
no.
Doki, can you hit us up with the stats, please?
Yeah, we're going to need those stats again, man. Looks like it didn't work.
Or Dookie, whatever your name is, honestly.
Yeah, looks like we're going to need those again.
Hey, man. It's not our fault we don't have stats, okay?
I don't know why, but once again, another bug seems to have happened. We have no statistical reason for this. I restarted the client as well. Same problem. Whew! What a very, very bizarre game one. Series one. There we go. Series one of Darkstar Gaming's League. My goodness.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have stats either.
Yeah, I don't know what to do really. Truth is, I did press the button which everybody's talking about, view on the web, but for everyone's curiosity, it didn't really work. Looked like it only showed me my own statistics, so I don't even know really. I did click it. It doesn't let me see what happened in this game. It only shows you my rank games. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, let's see your ranked games.
I mean, okay, fine. It's not really that impressive. Just a couple wins, couple losses. Played a couple of games of Urgot. Hopefully, I'll see it some point in the history of games because I'm loving Urgot, especially considering how busted he is currently. Nobody seems to want to play this guy. But these ranks aren't really too good, too bad. But hey, you know, it's good what it is. It's good when it is. It's good bad when it's bad. But yeah, moving on.
Now,
It's not
in
about
your
not about
opinion,
me. It's about other things.
what won the game right there? Like, what was the winning factor of that game?
Vanguard one trick one shotting experiment 626. That decided the game right there, because that's when experiment 626 was just kind of running up like, okay, ultimate, and then he walks out. He just doesn't even finish the sentence, just dies. It's crazy strong. Doki, you're the only one that can save us, man. Can't get those statistics, so it helps the audience decide who to pick for MVP. So I'm hoping you can get it for us here. Give me the link to it if you can.
Doki won Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Okay, I do have a statistic being sent here. Let's go ahead and see if it works. Yes, it does. Here you go, folks. Here is the statistics on the screen right now here. The Mordekaiser with a whopping 116 farm, which means the jungler actually outfarmed him. J4, the J4 outfarmed Malachi. Let me repeat that.
You just said Mordekaiser.
The J4 just outfarmed a Malachi. The same J4 who died to the Golem camp at the very beginning of the game.
You just have to bring that back up.
That's the last time, I promise. I'll stop bringing up some old information, but
Try
still,
to destroy
it's just
someone's
unbelievable.
confidence.
I ain't destroying anybody's confidence, I promise. I'm only believing in them, harder than they believe in themselves. In any case here, folks, let's take a look at some statistics for the war coverage here. One of my favorite things to take a look at.
Hey, Amsterdam, didn't you just lose?
Hey, let's not get to the point with anything we have to say.
Well, did you see what he said on the chat, though?
What did you say on the chat?
Hey, guys, Resurge is looking for a new top laner that knows how to farm. Anyone interested?
Wow. Okay, moving on here. We're getting some very interesting MVPs right now. We got J4 at the MVP with that incredible 1v1 epic fight from the Golem. And then we have another MVP with that incredible 116 farm by Malachi. 41 minutes
That
in.
116 farm, my friend, won them the game.
You're right. You know what? Can't wait for that MVP. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the damage to champions as well here. Actually, before I get back to that, let's go ahead and finish up with the warding coverage. 52 wards by the Taric. Great job continuing that ward advantage.
How many control wards? I can't really see it.
2 control wards by him in particular. 13 control wards by the Oriana. 13 control wards purchased. 30 wards placed and 34 wards placed by the J4. The warding by the side of Resurgence is incredible. It's just absolutely incredible warding by the jungler and by the mid laner, despite the hindrance of every single situation so far. But so far, the warding superiority is still in Resurgence's side, of course, but like 52 wards is just incredible job from Taric to really keep his team in the warding category in the fight. Obviously, Resurgence as a team is warding superior, is warding more, but you know. Anyway, folks, I think I took a look at that enough. The damage to champions is pretty high. Let's go ahead and get on to the next chat. Or in this case,
are they good to go?
No, I haven't even set up the lobby.
Yeah, I forgot you got to do that.
Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and get ourselves into the next game. Resurge is giving the fight that they think they can win with. Let's hope they can, because if they don't win this one, this might be iRawr's victory here, and they'll be the first victor of the entire Dark Star Gaming league. They'll get the first win. So based off of the games between these two teams, which team are you liking more? And this might be a little bit of like biased opinioning, obviously, but which team do you like has accomplished more, and what team do you kind of wish would do a better job? We're not ready for
Oh.
MVP yet. It's not MVP time. We have one win on each side. It's a best of 3 match. One win on each side. And when we get to that, don't worry, everybody. We will get to the MVP. And we will make sure every single one of you in this chat room gets to decide an MVP. So don't you worry. No, but nobody worry, because it is some finalizer time. It's time to decide some victors. So let's go ahead and play on one of my favorite musics, the finalizer.
I like iRawr more, because even with them being behind, they were still winning team fights. And I feel like, I don't know why I keep forgetting these dudes' names. Like, I'll say it and then just forget it.
It's a hard thing. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of good mojo. And you know me, I've made mistakes quite a lot, especially with name pronunciating. You know, like I always like to say so many things that eventually I kind of overlap what I say, or just say game 1 a million times. So basically,
I was just about to say
man.
something.
I feel you, man. I'm with you.
What is it? Resurgence? Or something like that? Resurgence. Okay, I was close.
Yes.
Close. But I feel like Resurgence.
I know, Resurgence just kind of sounds cooler, I think.
Resurgence, I feel like they need to.
Or
They have
Resurge
good
is technically
rotations.
the correct term is Resurge. But
Resurge.
I call it
Okay.
Resurgence because
But I feel like they need to. They have good rotation, but their team fighting skills. It's like everyone's on a completely different page. Because you have one person, or one or two people go full on in, but then no one's there to help them at all, and then they just die. Because I mean, like the one team fight that they had next to the blue buff in Rar's jungle, they straight up Maokai and whoever was with him go full on in, but then all their damage and carries and stuff were completely nowhere to be found. Like they weren't there yet, so they couldn't do anything.
I know it's a lot of lack of communication. It just seems like they're not saying go. They're just kind of like a fight's breaking out. Like they seem to not have a go. And that's kind of very important for a team in a competitive series. If you don't have a go, how do you win? You need somebody to say, all right, this is the play, go. All right, I'm making the play, go. Engage, go in. And it's like I haven't really felt that from their teams
Did you
yet.
work it out with your teacher about having a doctor's appointment tomorrow?
TFK
Hang on,
just said
don't say anything.
$5 of RP to whoever locks in Urgot on the next game. Yo, hold on, I'm ready. I'm in. I'm ready to lock in some Urgot right now. TFK, I'm in. I'm ready to replace a Grom for the Urgot for the $5. I might have been memed, but I wanna have Urgot played. We're not gonna play it. You can. Well, anyway, I'm here. I have to stream this. I have to get over myself. It's time to get ourselves back into the next game momentarily. Till then, I'm gonna have me a small Funyun. Onion flavored rings. Delicious stuff.
I was talking to my mother. I'll be right back.
Oh, you will?
I'll be like 2 to 3 minutes.
Well, respectable amount of time. Hopefully, we'll get some of that time to get these teams prepared. Seems like both teams are still kind of waiting. Oh, I had the mic on. Oops. People are starting to say I'm crunching. Oh, people are asking to. Some person just said crunch right into the mic. I don't think anybody likes that, but I'll do it once just for you, man. That's a Funyun, if you didn't know. I don't even know how loud that was. Dedication. Thank you, man. I don't know why nobody would want Urgot. He's so busted, man. All right, TFK. I want an Urgot out there. It's probably not gonna happen though. Nobody wants to add Urgot, the strongest champion in the game. Clearly. Biased opinion aside here, let's see what the final match between iRawr and Resurge is gonna be. We're still waiting to see which of them can cause the win. Don't forget to update the overlay. Oh, of course. I'll do it. I'll get to that. Actually, I should probably do it right now.
I'm back.
Hey, you're back. Sweet. The score is 1-1 on each side, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, the finalizer coming around here, folks. The final battle between yes,
Hey, it
between
finally says
iRawr
Kim is
and
flat
Resurgence
5.
is about to begin.
Kim, you're plat 5 now, if you can hear us.
Wait, who's Bat 5?
Kim is plat 5. First he was silver 4, then he was gold 5, now he's plat 5.
This guy is the greatest possible player in the existence of my entire casting career. Salute you, sir.
He straight up has gone through every single division, except for bronze.
In literal 2 games, he is plat 5. I don't even know what'll happen next if he gets challenger.
So he's straight up gonna skip Diamond and Master, just go straight to Challenger?
I wouldn't. Like, how could you say he wouldn't? What proof do you have that says he can't?
Oh, he went from gold 4 to plat 5 in 1 loss.
That's a good point. Boost me, I'm trash.gov. Get you the plat real quick. There's the sponsor.
I dare you in that league.
No, we're not a sellout stream. No. Oh, it's Yori. No, we're not a sellout stream. We are a respectable, high integrity stream, sponsored by Reese's.
I wish. I'd be making some money.
That'd be great. Yori, no, autism Ree. Hold on. Whoa.
He's 100% sellout, boys.
No,
girls.
No, don't report me. Come on, don't do that.
Ree.
You guys. Rito remove. Well, folks, bottom line here, it looks like both sides are about in the right position. Kenjiro and Donut finally get themselves a victory here. Ban him, I will be the new caster, says Beluga Whale. Come on, guys. Come on.
You see the in-game chat? It's right there on the stream for everyone to see.
Wow, you're being that. I see you being that guy today.
Well, other people beat me to it.
Other people did beat you to it. Anyway, folks, let's go ahead and finally get some of our final gameplay in our finale.
Poor Bullet. What sellout did I miss? Army's a sellout, Bullet. That's what you missed.
I said a joke.
He's trying to get a Reese's Pieces
116
sponsor.
farm. Keep memeing me in chat, in Twitch chat.
Hey, Grom, you know, they might be memeing you in Twitch chat, but you still won the game with that 116 farm, my friend.
That's true. That's absolutely correct. He did. Oh, never mind. Looks like Kim says that he needs a little bit more time for what it looks like.
So yeah, with his issues right now, I would take a couple extra minutes, make sure he wouldn't DC again. Although, granted, it could be the client and not him.
We are going to do a pro draft. Stop rushing us. Yeah, we prefer it?
What's a pro draft? What?
Oh, it's a thing. You haven't been around for it, but a pro draft apparently is a interesting system where they. Are we allowed to use pro draft? Because
well, I know
that's why we had an anti mid. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't
I
know.
don't think you
I
can
would have
change
to.
it. Or you might be able to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have
Is
Natsu
it-
here, so I have no idea if that's
Is
allowed
there
or not.
settings?
Well, the thing about the Pro Draft and how it works is basically it's like it picks for you a draft based off of what the account that you have, and this is what it recommends for you to play. So that's what it's doing, I guess.
I thought they were gonna do it like the LCS,
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really understand
where
it
it's like
personally.
it's the whole, what is it, like 60 seconds or something like that to pick a champion. I think that's what they're talking about.
I don't know, man. I don't know, honestly. If any team wants to pick me up as a sub, real talk, I'd be down. Hey, man, that's the purpose of a game one and the stream one, man, is to get your name heard and your name understood.
Who said that?
Peanut.
Peanut, do you have the Discord?
Tell
'Cause
them,
there is-
tell them to do a normal draft today. Okay.
Because in the Discord, Peanut, there is where it says team games looking for team. Or looking for player, wherever, which one you want to put your stuff in.
Okay, well, they just jumped right into the game here, so it looks like it's finally finalizer time.
I would expect iRawr to ban Oriana.
Rather interesting little outcome we just got here. Not exactly sure why and how that situation came about here, but it's 42 people on the viewing for our situation at hand, so I think it would be wise to get this match of Game 3 going. So let's hope this
Impure
match
fools.
is going to be the best one we've ever had, because it looks like Vayne has been taken away from Donut.
Wow, they're really gonna ban the Vayne again? Hey, Army.
Looks like Frozen Bullet's getting some explanation here if you're reading into the chat. It says Pro Draft only change that so his Pro Draft only change that all champs are
I'm
unlocked.
on to
It
you.
allows easier draft for teams who only have 20 champions.
Oh, okay. Hey, Army.
What?
I'm guessing that's supposed to be Eli or Elel. Said best underdog caster 2K17.
For you?
Yeah, he sent that to me, son.
Damn, man.
Your commands
Getting
tire
some
me.
respect earned. Good
Yeah,
job,
that's
dude.
right. Better than you.
Who dares defy my will?
Well, let's see. J4 also finally not going to be played.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is a she, not a he. I apologize for that. I didn't know.
Sejuani. Wait, she? Wait, what's that mean?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're
No,
not?
my number one fan is a she, not a he, and I'm sorry for about that.
Dang, dude, you lucky.
That's right.
You lucky.
Said
I
so
don't
many
even know if I don't know where my number one fan went. I lost track of him. He hasn't said a lot of things as of late. Even my son is missing.
Wait, what? Your son?
Mango Kanye,
What?
you remember? Oh, you don't remember that, do you?
Oh no, yeah, I do
Oh,
know.
okay. I'm right
Yeah, I was
here.
talking
It's
about-
okay. Hey, Jim! There you are. I miss you, man. That's where
I like
you
how
went.
we're like interacting with the chat more than the pick and ban phase going on right now.
I know, true. Well, you know, it's a lot of awesome things really going around here, and the picks of all things are very important. But then you have chat.
That's correct.
Okay.
Although it seems like it's about to be standard issue picks again
Hey.
for both teams. Because I'm expecting this is going to be a J4 top lane. Oh, they got the Gnar for the first time. That's interesting. I haven't seen Kim play Gnar yet. Let's see if his Gnar performance is better than Grom. Grom.
Mm-hmm.
Put a B there. What do you almost have? Brom.
I'm looking at the situation currently, and it's telling me Resurge really likes Tristana a lot.
Yeah, really.
Like,
That he could be a one-trick Tristana and just hasn't changed his name yet.
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. I guess they just don't seem to care that much about Tristana, considering their fights have been won each time in those situations by iRawr, so they're just not really concerned that hard. But
it seems
to force
like
Twixter off of a main might be a good idea.
Well, it seems like what they're trying to do on the side of Resurge, if you notice, they pick a late game ADC, then they ban Bane and Twitch, two even more late game ADCs. So it seems like they're forcing Donut to play Kog'Maw at this point.
Okay, hold on. We're getting some information. Doki says we can't first pick Tristana because our top laner doesn't own it. Oh, that's the use of that, because it's like if you don't own every champion, you can't take the champion for the other person. That's the purpose of that. Okay. But still, it's like...
It's his fault for not owning the champion.
I mean, couldn't you also just ban it?
Yeah, you could.
Now I'm angry.
Okay, I'm assuming that this next ban is going to be targeted towards the support.
Yeah, personally, I would even recommend maybe getting a new top laner that actually has every single champion. Or
Soon.
Self-plug-in.
I'm sorry, but Army, you have yet to lose a game and go up in rank.
What? I have yet to lose a game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got a point. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he lost the game, went from gold 4, lost the game to plat 5.
Yeah, that's true, actually. That is basically the best top laner you can ever ask for.
Oh, here's the Blitzcrank pick. I've been waiting for this. They banned it for the first 2 games, and
we're
now he
getting
finally
some
picks
Blitz.
it.
We're getting some Urgot. People are chanting for the Urgot. I don't think it's gonna happen. Not with Gnar out there.
Kalista. That.
Well, there's only one last chance here. Chamsterdam said it himself. He doesn't want Urgot out there. So it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Oh, wow. Did my finalizer song actually just end? Has it really been 30 minutes? Oh, my God. It actually... No, it's been 16 minutes. Wow, that was a really long song.
I was going to say, there's Leona. That'd be a better pick.
I guess I'll just go
for
on
this,
with, go on
for
with
this last pick, what's the last pick? Jungle? Or top lane? I'm assuming that that's going to be Maokai jungle again.
Leona, been secure. Chijiro's got a new carrying ADC to deal with. This time it's Kalista, the early game dominator. Chamsterdam, sitting, waiting, wanting, takes the Cho'Gath. So that's a double smite option now they have.
I mean, that's really all they were forced left into, because, I mean... They banned J4, they banned Galio. So iRawr decided we're going to take Gnar, and there's basically really no other meta top laners unless you're going to play a bruiser. But the tank line for the side of Gnar, they're going to need more tankiness for Resurge. And Blitzcrank, in my opinion, isn't like super tank mode. Blitzcrank's more like, I'm going to pull you and that person's going to die. Because they have incredible single target like capabilities. If Blitzcrank lands a pull on one of those carries, you have a Cho'Gath ultimate and a Syndra. That person's gonna die.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cho'Gath could just remove Experiment 626 here. So okay, so this is why we actually have Annie out there, and it looks like it's because Jihyun Kim happens to have a probably a Smurf account. It would be most likely the best example of it. Because this guy basically doesn't have all the champions. So essentially that means Annie's kind of, one of the beginner champions is now forced onto Experiment 626. Which is kind of a big problem for their team as a whole. But, it is like, that's kind of going to have to be quite a bit of a huge conversation in the near future to see how that works out for them, really.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
No, I want to see the Cho'Gath do. I'm going to go a little bit off topic here, ladies and gentlemen, but I want to see the Cho'Gath did what Bunny Fufu did. Get a stone plate, and then 5 Warmogs, get up to like 45k health, and straight up, I literally watched him in a video, one-shot a Leona support with almost 4k true damage. If he does that, he will literally be the best top laner for the rest of the season, because no one else will do it, because that would be hilarious.
I guess that's in your opinion here, but if you want to ask for my opinion here, best top laner is going to have to be the first one that plays Urgot.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this. Would you rather see a Cho'Gath straight up one-shot someone, or watch an Urgot play?
I'd rather watch an Urgot play.
I said ladies and gentlemen.
Alright,
I was
that's
asking
just
the
my
audience.
opinion, I guess. Well, let's see. I don't know. I haven't really, haven't heard of much. Oh, we got Frozen Bullet saying Urgot! We got one
Frozen
also
Bullet.
saying Cho.
Oh, yeah,
Two
that's
on the
there's
Cho, two on the Cho.
Yeah, there's the Cho.
Singed
Yeah,
has been brought into the mist.
When is Singe coming to this?
I don't even know. He just came from the bush and then he flipped me in.
Hey, guys,
out of nowhere. The Nautilus
this
with
is
a
not-
proto belt.
This is not TSM Divers from like season 2 with Singed. Go on somewhere.
Leona, best ADC. Well, let's see if Chijiro actually does go and decide to actually use the Feather of Battle, which has been used in the pros as a very strong auto attack base. Because let's be fair here, Leona is actually very strong with those auto attacks, and a lot of teams like to ignore Leona during combat. And
You can
personally,
straight up take Leona in top lane if you really wanted to.
yeah, I could.
Build her like full on tank mode and like she's just a full on engage.
No Urgot, which means the $5 reward for playing Urgot taken off the board.
Hey,
Bummer.
where's my #1 fan? You gotta back me up on the Cho stuff.
My #1 fan happens to still be watching here, so quite happy to see you.
Elay, or however I say your name. Dyslexia sucks, guys. Just to let you know.
Dyslexia sucks.
So-
Oh, my #1 fan said Cho, so I guess I'm gonna have to concede your point and say that Cho would be the more interesting pick. If my #1 fan is saying Singe is not more interesting,
oh,
he's saying Urgot's not more interesting. I'm sorry, but oh well.
I think I figured out who my #1 fan is, and it's
Looks like I'm having a three-way with my #1 fan. I'm your #1
Who's the
fan.
third person?
Protobelt top. No, oh wait, more interesting is Cho. But
I
Urgot
think
is
my
more
#1 fan
entertaining,
for
yes.
Twitch chat is
Ooh, I just got
Will.
Urgot more entertaining, not interesting.
Hey, is your
What? Oh yeah, whoops.
Are you-
I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, I know what
I
you're
thought
talking
your
about.
like stream froze for a second there or something.
No, it did not. It didn't freeze. I just didn't change the setting. That's me. It's on me.
Army Stuff 101, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, when everybody gets finally into the game here. You know, it's kind of weird to think about. Grom is like a silver on the border. Every one of his teammates
I
is
know,
plaid.
I know. I was thinking about that just at the same time you were.
It's weird to think about. Like, he basically is playing with a team that is, statistically speaking, stronger than he is.
And then if you look at the team above, you got gold, silver, gold, plat, gold. It's like just something else different in the middle right there.
Yeah. It's honestly it's a pretty rare thing to see, honestly. But hey, anyway, let's go ahead and finally watch le final game. Wait a second. The 1 is backwards.
Army Stuff 101, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'd like to see you do this and not mess up.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, my laptop could not like stream and have everything that I have pulled up at once and like work properly.
I fixed it. Don't worry, Re-Emmett. I got it. I got it. Won't happen next time. I got it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
What is that? What does that remind me of? You played yourself.
You played yourself. I was actually semi-doing the guy that says another one. Another one. I was trying
You
to
don't
do
know
that
his
guy.
name?
I didn't remember him.
How do you not remember his name?
I don't remember every single
Bro,
thing.
that's
I
DJ
am
Khaled.
casting and streaming, and I'm talking about players, and I'm having a conversation with you. It's hard to remember everything.
Bruh, I'm sitting in a chair with like 2 pulled hamstrings at this point, and you're complaining about casting and streaming?
No, I'm saying remembering things is difficult, not physical pains. is not as important as my memory not being here. I'm saying, if anything, it's your physical pains are way worse, and that's true. By the way, what happened to you anyway?
Oh, I was playing soccer. I was being physically fit, and then I screwed myself and didn't
Too
stretch.
physically fit, in fact.
No,
And your muscles
fun fact, ladies and
started
gentlemen.
to expand
Make
too
sure-
far, and your calf
Fun
muscles
fact of the
exploded.
days, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to stretch if you're gonna play in the cold, or you're gonna pull a muscle like I did.
Wow, really? Everybody really likes our casting ability so far, Sonic. I'm actually kind of happy about that. I mean, look at them. They're saying we should be LCS casters.
Bruh, did I not say I was the Rivington the Fourth?
Well, they didn't know that, though.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, my nickname is Rivington the Fourth.
Remington the Fourth, ladies and gentlemen.
I just can't come up with the amazing puns that Rivington does.
No, we'll get there. We'll get there. You'll get there.
I
And then
had,
you'll
I
be
had, I had a few earlier.
You'll be Remington abs. Or Sonic Remington.
Rivington as just sounds really weird.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Kind of sounds like, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Well, he's saying, but Local Whale, they're saying casters isn't both. So technically speaking, he's saying we both should be LCS casters.
Oh, my #1 fan said me over you.
Hey, nice.
That's what I like to see. Because of that, we're gonna play some games together because you're amazing.
Oh, you might want to drop. You might want to drop. Yeah. Oh, really? But anyway, you might want to drop at least your IGN in the chat so people can know exactly like where to add you and stuff. Because Sonic apps
she
might be
messaged
hard.
me on Discord.
Oh, nice. Never mind.
Bruh,
Hottie Williams gets the CC
the
lockdown.
Flash!
Jajiro does also get a little bit of his own CC, and that forces both sides to back up a bit as Kim nearly goes down again. The pressure not letting up on to Kim. This is game 3 now with that kind of stuff. Twitster is now getting pushed back, and so is Blitzcrank here. The stun lockdown. It is silence here. Lemon Nero once again forced back, but Hottie Williams comes back in again. The CC is not ending, and it's going to be Kim grabbing a kill. He's got the red buffs and the blue buffs now. Kim is fighting a battle that he could lose, and
Grom!
he does get it, and Grom does get the kill.
My boy Grom, y'all were making fun of him earlier for his
Grom
crappy
the Gromp.
CS numbers.
Grom the Gromp.
Yeah, look at that. He just got a double kill. Or no, he got a kill and an assist. No, he played that pretty good though with the Maokai. They played that pretty well.
I'm not gonna lie. The situation does seem to be exactly familiar to the last 2 other games in a row. Seems like one side just gets the upper hand in the early department, and the other side just seems to slowly be getting pushed back. Wait, what? Hottie? What'd you throw that for? He threw it right onto the wave here. RSG! RSG! That crowd starting to get some of that momentum, trying to throw it right back to the Resurge group.
What are you talking about the chat?
Yes, of course.
I thought you I thought you were talking about the game. I was like, what are you talking about? There's nothing happening.
Well, obviously. And then we're getting now a chant thrown back in the other direction. Roar! Actually, how do you chant roar? It's a one word.
You just did it.
No. Come on, football chant.
You could do it like the Jets. Jets, Jets.
R-A-W-R. Oh, roar. You're right. You're so right. R-A-W-R.
Ladies and gentlemen,
roar.
we can tell who watches
Perfect.
sports more than the other person.
Hey man, I'm just trying to keep the momentum high here. RSG swinging back. The crowd is almost like a tidal wave. Roars and and RSG's waving all over the Twitch chat. Everybody on every side trying to get the momentum swinging for their team. Are you guys
Grom's
Canadian?
getting shoved out of lane right now.
Beluga
Who just
Whale's
asked?
asking, are we Canadian?
Do I sound Canadian?
Do you sound Canadian?
I don't think I sound Canadian at
Oh.
all.
I don't know. Maybe
I'll let him
I guess
answer that.
I guess it's like I'm kind of Canadian-y or something like
Oh.
that. Maybe that's the accent they're thinking
Oh,
of.
the fight in the
Anyway,
top lane, though,
Grom
you
is now
watching this?
fighting against Kim here. The CC actually missed. Grom's in a bad spot here. Hottie to the rescue and comes back in, but Kim throws him away and tries to get out of the situation. The CC lockdown again. Grom's got the ultimate. The stun lock.
eat him.
Kim does not get out of the hands of the mighty Grom, and he bites the head of the young Yordle.
My boy Grom is going in. But the Gnar though, that
Enter
Gnar play,
Challenger says, I don't like any team besides the Lotus. Interesting.
Kim was, he almost outplayed that right there. He almost did it. He almost pulled top die impact.
You chant RAR like you're in the back of your emo phase in middle school. Ooh,
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Donut gets killed by the Twixter, and Chijiro once again in another horrible spot. The slow continues. Chancerdam does not have the uppercut punch, and Chijiro
Why did he
does
step?
get
He
bursted.
backstabbed. Why did he backstab?
Chancerdam, wait a second. The miscommunication might have just cost Twixter his life. He wasn't thinking Chancerdam had the pull. And that means Experiment 626 gets a free Tristana with his Happy Meal. Meanwhile, Hottie Williams gets the quick catch on the very... oh my god. Oh, PETA, don't look. Oh, the poor Poro. Did you see? Oh god. That was so tragic.
What?
The Poro thing died.
What Poro thing?
Did you not see that? The Poro rider, Sejuani's Poro died, and it tragically fell onto its back in pain. It was adorable, and also it was terrible. PETA would be extremely upset.
You know, I had a point that I was just about to pull up, and because you said that, I just completely forgot what it was.
Good.
Because that was literally like I did not expect you to say something like that to be.
And that's why you and I are world-class LCS casters, you and I.
That's right.
Alright, well anyway, Champsterdam. Honestly, a little bit of miscommunication between Twixter and Champsterdam on that one. I think Champsterdam should have said, hey, I got pull before that decision of that jump by Twixter should have been made. Big mistake on his part. You can see that because they didn't talk about it, that happened. Anyways, folks, Twixter here sieging in the minion wave. Situation looking pretty good so far for Resurge yet again. Can they get their early game advantage like they have been consistently so far?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was sitting in one.
I hope you didn't ask me a question because I honestly was not
I
paying
didn't.
attention.
I didn't.
I was gonna be
I
honest with
would
you right
ask
there.
you a second time, I promise. Don't judge Campster, he is my boy. Alright, Beluga Whale, I will not question his undying blitzcrank ability. You know, I really like the names that everybody picked in this. They're actually so easy to pronounce in some ways, but in other ways they're kind of difficult. But it's all so simple for the audience for me to just say it, and it's always kind of nice, I'd say. Anyway, maybe I should probably stop talking. Chijiro has now going in onto Campsterdam. Campsterdam filled to the brim with every single spear known to existence. He needs just to get a Ren out there. The escape has been made. Leona throws herself back into the fray, but it is Callista who ends up going down for that, and so does Chijiro as he realizes his mistake a little too soon. Anyway, this could be the first tower falling, although Syndra seems to have complete control of the situation in the mid side. as Annie now struggles consistently to make this work out. Anyway, here, engage time by Hottie, trying to stop Experiment from getting close. The ult by Tibbers, not going to land onto the target here. TP as well. Experiment takes a bomb, but does not take any more damage. The situation now looks pretty good. Grom is going to help take the first tower, and first turret has been finally obliterated. It was so close, yet so far. She just tried to force the extra tick of range, but does not land the stun. Meanwhile, Syndra takes a second tower. So that, not to say anything that matters here, but this mission that they would have gotten, they just did. It's 15 seconds in between the towers for some of the new missions has just been completed technically, because Syndra just took the mid tower within the 15-second mark, as so did the bot lane, and Grom also took a tower. So they good seconds in between. It's good. It's good. Mission completed. Good job, guys. Portagiro doesn't pick a support that has heal though, which means he's got another mission to complete. Anyway, Sonic, you here?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. I lost track of you, my friend.
Well, if you want to hear my mom talk, then yeah, I'm here.
Ah. Yeah, that's a good. That's good. Yeah, you're right. Might want to wait.
Exactly, because she's very loud.
Hey. Well, you know, moms are loud, I guess. Meanwhile, bot lane now sieges the top tower here. Good rotations like normal, but it looks like Hottie sets up an... No, wait. Yeah, there it is. There's the ultimate that I was thinking of. Oh, no! Chamsterdam misses the ultimate, but Leona doesn't. He goes right back in onto Hottie. Hottie takes some big damage. The stun continues. Hottie. Whoa! That's going to be the sacrifice that Hottie really wish he wasn't a part of. Backing up goes the bot lane here, as they're going to be willingly giving up what appears to be the Herald here. In this case, the top tower is still not down yet. He tried to force the ultimate, but it looks like Kim knew his mistake and realized he was going to get BM for it. Backs right in front of Veigar, and that just backfired entirely. Oh, Kim, I'm so sorry, man. You knew. Amsterdam gonna try to get one last pull onto Experiment. It's gonna miss, and Grom's not gonna take the engage attempt. Despite his superior movement speed, he chooses to step away from the Annie. Since Leona's in the area, might have made the good call. In any case, 14 minutes into the game here, neither side seems to be doing much in the sense of farming. They seem to be extremely more concerned in trying to force the Sejuani behind. Blue team turret now gone. Tristana takes it single-handedly. More money being spread, and once again, for the third time in a row, Resurge takes advantage of having 3-tower advantage against iRawr, and I do not know why iRawr has not figured out how to stop this. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Looks like I ran out of breath. Kim gonna try to force the tower down. It's low, but is it low enough for him to take it? He's really hitting it with every single boomerang he can get his claws on. He does manage to take it just in the nick of time, but it may be a little too late. Amsterdam on the flank here. Kim's gonna try one last attempt to take somebody before he goes down. It doesn't work out. Too many members. But thankfully does die just before just before the one trick comes around. Oh, how would I stop this if I was iRawr? Well, the truth is, iRawr has not picked a type of comp that really strengthfully utilizes split pushing very, very well. Gnar's the closest one they've ever gotten, but they could actually start to abuse the type of champions that they're playing by picking champions that could be stronger in better situations. Like, it would be much wiser to have a comp that would have somebody be able to split. Oh my goodness! Anyway, Donut actually gets bursted by the big R1 trick. Chijiro revenges his fallen ADC, but they get out of this situation. How I would fix this is I would possibly think about getting some more, getting the Sejuani, first off, to getting a ward, because Lemurnero really likes the chilled smite way too much. I think he could probably get a better output if he actually warded a little bit more, because it's quite obvious rotations is killing them, because that's been working so well consistently, and they can only ward so much as Amsterdam has proven. It's Army Soul Casting. I know Sonic went somewhere. His mother is speaking to him, I believe. I don't know what his situation is currently. But warding would be great if the jungler had some wards to place. He just doesn't seem to have any wards, so I think that is one of the reasons why the rotations are working so well. But the other thing that I think would work kind of nicely as well is if he can get some good ganks in the bot lane, might be able to get some better plays in the long run. But anyway, Amsterdam on the run, tries to make the catch and play. Doesn't work. If your opponent is out rotating you first, you either tie their rotation with ward superiority, in my opinion anyway, or you outpush them because they're rotating. And Gnar tried to do that, and I appreciate Kim's attempt at the tower here to just, you know, get something back for them rotating so much. But it would just be like their rotation is just so powerful, really. This game, comp for comp, is honestly similar to the first game. You're 100% correct. They seem to 100. Each team really likes to play the same type of comp style, the non-pick comp style, despite honestly being a little bit better at that. Cho'Gath does manage to secure the Infernal Drake. Lemurnero tried to get one extra kill on the way out here, but it looks like Twixter takes out Leona. The ultimate's being used here. Oh my goodness, the CC lockdown on Amsterdam does get the CC here. Lemunero's trying to get out of there. They're trying to say, get out, Kim, get out of there. Don't let Lemunero go down too. He does go down. Oh my goodness, not again, not the Puro. Puro! No, Lemunero's Puro. Not again. Absolutely right. This is the 5th Infernal Drake, and once again falls to Resurgence. iRawr does not seem to know how to get their position better to take these Infernal Drakes, or get a better position to punish them for setting up as a group in that situation. Perhaps it could be that, or maybe I'm just misreading the situation. Good fight, though, by Resurgence, honestly. They are really consistently taking advantage of their ability to kill the other target very fast. RSG! 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 You can hear it in the crowd in the background. They're so excited. They're ready and excited to see their momentum starting to give weight, to lift off the pressure off the shoulders of RSG. Momentum is a big thing. All right, here we go again. Looks like we're getting some return. No, I'm not betraying nobody. I'm just enacting the crowd that is saying RSG. I'm not betraying no one. In fact, both teams are honestly, I'm having fun with both of their teams, and I think it's kind of fun watching them so far. A lot of improvements here, a lot of improvements on both sides here, especially one-on-one situations as well as team fights for both teams. Anyway, Twister's going to take advantage of Experiment, who's caught off balance. Timber's been dropped, but the stun wasn't there, which means Tristana gets the bomb burst onto Annie. What incredible foresight. Amsterdam gets some siege action on the return fire. It's going to be 1 stun, 2 stun, a 3. No, wait a second. He gets pulled. Amsterdam is able to help his ADC grab even another kill. Leona's now wedged between a lot of low health targets. The stun is enough to give Chijiro the kill on the ADC. Chijiro grabs onto Veigar. He breaks free with the cleanse, but Veigar quickly tries to get some more damage out there. The stun is in. Hadi somehow, some way, some purpose has managed to live just long enough for the health and mana and cooldowns for both Veigar and Amsterdam to get the ace. That Dracula. Whew. What a first game. I would have never expected game 1 to be a best of 3 third match. You couldn't have told me and I wouldn't have believed you. I would have said I believed you, but then I would have been a liar. R-A-W-R, raw, raw, raw. It's hard to get used to that. A whole lot of greed going both ways. True. Neither side seems to know exactly how strong they are, really. But in any sense, it's like there's no coordination with their engage. So everything kind of looks like they're just doing it by themselves for the most part, which is it's strange to see. Really is strange. But personally, what an incredible match for the most part. I hope Sonic comes back soon. This isn't a bit anymore. I want him to come back soon. Sonic, come back. Sonic, I know your mother is speaking, but come on.
You want to listen to my mom then?
No.
I'm gonna eat a little bite.
You got a point, actually. But I don't want to be alone anymore. You forgot. It's an exclamation point, though. Lack of respect to a team because I didn't get an exclamation point. It's not an I, it's an exclamation point. Lack of respect by Captain KTT. You have us. Your Nakama. Oh boy, big fight breaking out yet again here. They throw Leona right back into it. He stuns 3 people. Leona and all of that work meant absolutely nothing because they tanked through the whole thing. Kim with that CC lockdown. All of this CC, all of this lockdown, and yet they didn't coordinate, so now they can't kill any of them despite that incredible CC. What a big missed opportunity for RAW to get a huge advantage. That CC lockdown was so good on Leona and so strong on the Gnar, but every single step of the way, every single one was just not coordinated by the team, so they couldn't get all the damage to come through at the same time, so they couldn't burst them. So tragic. Just as the audience is also mentioning as well, that is true. They just really messed up. Just a terrible, terrible situation ended up happening. In any case, I think that's basically how the cookie crumbles here, and the mighty, tanky Resurge came through right when it needed to.
They're just gonna have to get to late game at this point.
I hope they can. This is kind of a rough situation for RAR here. 9-24. This is the first time Resurge actually has a massive lead against their opponents. And for the first time as well, they actually tanked through a CC barrage and survived it. This is the first time that's ever happened to Resurge. According to Iconic...
We'll go ahead.
I was going to say, according to Iconic Shaman, he says RSG cannot take a standard 5v5 fight with all the CC, iRawr's options to engage.
That last fight, if the Callista would have had a Hurricane...
Oh, and he's on the flank here! No, it's Sejuani too! It's Leona as well! They're all
The
here!
Tristana's locked down right now.
Yep, and it looks like the iRawr one trick goes down here. The CC has worked. Annie is not gonna live unless Cho'Gath gets to him in time. I mean, the other way around, actually. Amsterdam tries to stop the inevitable, but that is so much Callista damage here. That is gonna be everyone going down. And finally, iRawr, out of almost nowhere, has swung it all the way back. And now they're going to take the Baron.
You get to walk through the whole cave.
Almost out of actual nowhere. The camera didn't even know where they came from. And yet out of absolute nowhere, iRawr swung and knocked them out cold.
It's as soon as Callista got the Hurricane, it makes all the difference when you're able to get multiple Ren stacks on people.
Not to mention the fact that that Leona ultimate was really on point.
Yeah.
Everybody came around. The Sejuani ultimate was great. Everybody just hit everything they needed to hit. And Lemonero trying to force an objective to fall here since all the team has backed up. You know, now they lose opportunity for a quick tower take. Honestly, that's kind of a bit of a misread by iRawr. They're not really capitalizing on objectives based off of where the enemy is positioned. It is also because of the fact that they don't have any wards in their enemy jungle much at all. But that's mostly because they're losing.
The other day when you were like trying to get back to sleep and you walked.
Don't worry, Andrew. That's definitely going to be clipped for you, man. I'm pretty sure not only am I going to be memed with my clips, but most definitely a lot of these great plays, a lot of these turnabouts are definitely going to be clipped by somebody. If not, I think I might do it myself. Yep, Iconic Shaman, you're absolutely correct. But this is still, they're still playing from behind gold-wise from their opponent. And right now with the death cap, it looks like Veigar One Trick might be able to one-shot the Callista quite easily. Engage time here. They're going to try to catch out the Annie. The stun has landed. Annie no longer has it. But at this point, it seems to be a rotation of CC coming around as well. That Leona dealing with a lot of problems. Oh, Callista and Syndra kill each other as they take away their own stacks. Anyway, Lemonero now on the run here. It looks like Hottie wants to keep this going. Lemonero applies every single one of the stack passive. Annie gets the stun, takes out the mighty Cho'Gath. Twixter, you gotta start hitting somebody. They're not dying. Uses the ultimate. There's so many low targets. I can't believe it. Once again, Twixter can't seem to take anybody out. And it looks like iRawr is just swinging their advantage so hard. The tower being damaged is finally going to be popped. And that is all the gold they needed. They've got it almost equal now with all those aces. A lot of people in the audience are starting to spot out a little bit of interesting perspective here from the Tristana. The build direction, the build path, the lack of lifesteal. Perhaps there may be a lot of reasons the situation has swung away from Resurgence, and it might not be the tanks at fault here. But who knows? We'll see if the situation turns about again. It's been a long game. Fatigue, ladies and gentlemen, is a strong hinder to people's performances. Very strong.
It looks like they have.
It seems like he's going to try to go for the full-on crit build, 80% crit, because it looks like he's going to go for a rapid fire cannon now.
Yep, I would actually think he might even think about an Infinity Edge as well.
He already has one.
He has. There's a green.
I meant. Oh, sorry, you were talking Tristana. I thought you were talking about Callista.
That damn Land Rover he got.
No.
Are both sitting over there, and they.
That's what you were just talking about, Tristana.
And they
I thought we were talking about Callista. Sorry.
Callista normally doesn't even
Amsterdam needs
get
this
an
pull,
Infinity Edge.
and he drops tippers to tell him, nah, I ain't having this. Amsterdam, no, we ain't doing this. No, that's not happening. Stun lockdown here. Amsterdam brings in the Sejuani. That Sejuani's gonna deal with it. Is able to connect the ultimate onto Twixter. The Twixter is being held down by every single CC known to man. but Twixter is still able to get some autos off. And he gets, actually, never mind, it's Leona who gets throws in. The CC is still going, but Twixter takes out, finally, somebody, and he takes out Kim, along with the Leona. They're backing off here. Finally, their mighty tanks have been ripped to shreds, and the crits have finally came through for the Tristana. And it also looks like the Infernal Drake number 2 has gone right back to Resurgence. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it looks like Resurgence should probably change their color scheme to red because they always get an Infernal Drake. Finally, Twixter got stunned with every stun in the game here, and they didn't have a follow-up, which means Twixter finally got the confidence he needed to make those engages happen. A little bit of a race between Amsterdam and Twixter. Tristana, you're not going to outrace the Blitzcrank. It's Blitzcrank. So folks, remember, you are the deciding factor for MVP, so don't forget, whoever wins this side, I will put down in the list who gets the MVP position. Warning, if you happen to have an MVP that's on the losing team, make sure you let me know into the chat room, because right now, in fact, would be great, because if you think Kim should get MVP, or if you think Grom should get MVP, let me know, because I'll add them to the list if you think one of them deserves the MVP or not. Very important for me to understand as well. Oh, they might have... What an incredible amount of movement speed. They did take out Donut, actually. And it looks like Lemonero is going to get caught as well. Uses the Courage of Colossus to get his health back. And he's out of there. Wow, what an impressive Courage of the Colossus block. Vagar one-trick MVP, Cam MVP. Liking what I'm hearing so far is Resurge seems to have the upper hand for now. Grom's now going to tank the tower. That tower is not doing much to Grom now. Blue team's turret has been destroyed, and the Baron's up in 5 seconds. Resurge has the inhibitor. And he lands the stun. Grom's in a bad spot here. He's really slowed up, but neither one of the teams are going to make the engage attempt. Grom is just hitting hit, and finally Blitzcrank comes to the rescue. The stun locked down by the teams. They're finally coming through here. Grom is low, but has his ultimate prepped and ready, and he gets the burst on the Twixter. Popeye! And Grom getting revenge, but doesn't take out the Annie. Annie gets Cho'Gath, actually. Wait a second. Roar! Are they going to win again? What is happening? Hottie is actually surviving. No way! Out of nowhere, Roar wins it again. How does this keep happening? How does Resurge keep losing these fights?
Yeah.
What in the world is happening? These teams are so evenly matched.
Well,
Experiment 626 with the incredible play to just take out the Cho'Gath on the side flank and the Tristana that gave Rar the upper hand advantage, taking out very vital carries. And once again, we've got another pause. Champsterdam, of all people, and Kim have repeatedly seemed to be having lag issues here. Oh boy, a pause here, folks. Looks like that last team fight might have been a little bit of lag issues, but thankfully, they paused when it was a situation where the fight is not being present, which is very recommended by the teams. Annie decided the game here with those big plays, opportunities. Experiment 626, whether his team wins or loses this game, might have gotten himself a very interesting position on the MVP chart. Anyway, folks, I need to momentarily be right back as well. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. The pause seems to be continuing. Be right back.
A summoner has reconnected.
Reporting the streamer for an AFK 9 report. Come on, guys. I had to go to the bathroom. I'm back. I'm back. Hopefully, we'll see some action coming out pretty soon, though. It was only a minute, guys. Like, come on. It's gone for like a minute. I think they mean me. Yeah, true. Maybe a little bit of me, maybe a little bit of you. Wow, it's already 11. We started at 8. It's been 3 hours. We don't mean you, Sonic. Oh, you're fine. Oh, I've been mean. It's this guy and his need to pee. Holy guacamole. It's like a championship game in game 1. Like, seriously. Wow. So, editors want to hear Sonic's mom. My goodness. Well, in any case, when you're finally able
I
to
got
speak.
you. You're my mom.
Evan,
Okay.
Just wait for it.
So, yeah, Jay's it.
You had to pee. I don't want to pee anymore.
Taylor had dropped something off. She had something close. Like she had to drop something off, and so she was running by there and then coming over here. And so she got here. She said that, well,
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
What do you mean, why am I so quiet? I thought this was the meme thing you were trying to do.
Oh, what?
And
Well, it was supposed to be loud, but then it didn't get loud.
right after the flesh.
Well, it's loud enough, apparently.
So
Okay, well, in any case, I'm going to go back to actually streaming, and you should probably wait until your mother stops talking on the phone.
I got you.
Alright. Okay, well, folks, meme aside, let's go ahead and get back to the action of the gameplay here. No 1-3-1 action here. In fact, it looks like Resurge wants to continue with their 5v5 strategy of staying as close to each other as possible. Blitzcrank tries to get the Gnar, misses by a slim pixel. You tell Tyler he's a little... That's funny. You should let your mom know about that. That'd be hilarious. Control ward cleared. They are looking for picks here. Anyway, whoa! Oh, close, close, close. Say it off mute. What? More like Miss Crank. Oh God. Can't believe it's been freaking 3 hours, man. Oh my gosh, it's been 3 hours of non-stop gameplay. Neither side has been able to figure out a formula that beats the other. For the most part here, it just seems like nobody's really in control of the game. They're just kind of waiting for one play to make the other play. Okay, they do know now. Yep. Hottie, you needed to press your ultimate there, my friend. You press your ultimate there, you could have made a catch with your ultimate, and then you could kill them all. You knew when they were in the bush. You didn't have to tell them you were in the bush. Anyway, my criticism seems to be coming out a little bit here, folks. They want to go ahead and start up this very important Drake. Annie on the flank here. They're going to charge after experiment. They're not going to give him even a second to press a button. They take him out so fast. Annie didn't even press the uninstall button. And now the Elder Drake is going to press his luck only to be denied of any of his health bar. Bye-bye. And the Elder Drake now within the very strength and strong clutches of a very fed and very powerful Cho'Gath. What an interesting game. They are so equally matched. It can honestly go any direction at any time. But I feel like finally Resurge has the actual upper hand advantage. They have the Elder Drake. They have the Infernal Drakes. Ults being used. Blitzcrank gets the pull, the catch, and the bye-bye, Kim. 3 members remaining now. The true damage tick is starting to melt some of these tanks, including Leona. They're rotating now to the inhib at the top side. Gnar is still dead. They're going to back off to get that wave pushed in. It seems like to be the good call here. And they're going to back off. Honestly, that is a very questionable decision. They have an Elder Drake, 2 Infernal Drakes, a Cloud. Why would they reset? They had a massive advantage. Oh my goodness. Resurge, you're kind of milking the time here, don't you think? I don't think you needed to do that. You had an Elder Drake advantage in true damage. Whose call was it to back there? Oh, no. I know another team that did this exact thing. They ended up losing, they ended up going to the finals and then losing to a team that actually knows how to end games. Oh, that's too memey. Never mind. That's too rude, dude. Anyway, the siege continues on to the tower here. The tower at the top side now being sieged. They still have an Elder Drake. It's going to be running out pretty soon. In fact, in a couple of seconds, in fact, they will no longer have it. So here we go. That's finally gone, but now they say, let's go in when it's gone. What the heck? Anyway, Lemonero gets the stun on to the Cho'Gath. The ultimate onto Donut doesn't kill him. Donut's finally getting some auto attacks in. He's not no lifesteal, but at the same time, the CC is just eternal. And wait a second. Kim tries to go for the Tristana, does manage to get that. Throws the ultimate. It does not land onto the target. And finally, the ultimates. The damage was too much. And it looks like Twixter does manage to come out on top here. This could be the final play of the final game. Twixter moving up to take the tower. This could be the final one as the minions are wrecking everything. So Juwani wants to try to take out the Tristana. And he pays the price by ignoring the Cho'Gath and goes down. The Nexus is finally going to go down. Resurge has won game 1, game 3, and won the series. What a victory for the RSG. Oh, really? Guys, I'm going to need another one. Someone's got to send me another one. I don't have the match history again. Can't believe this. Man, how does this happen? How does this happen again? Let me show you, folks. Let me just show you again. of the repeat. Look at this. Look at these numbers. The nothing. The game that never was. Alright, guys. I think you know what time it is. MVP time. Let's go ahead and drop some of that respect. Go ahead and pick. I'm going to write down every single one of the MVP options. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just do that real quick. Oh, whoops. Experience. 626. Honestly, warms my heart. Warms my poor, fragile heart to see all these people with all of these opinions being nice and also hating the ever-living hell out of me. Next turn. Okay, I think I spelled that right. Folks, here is the list accordingly. I haven't posted it yet. Here you go. These are the candidates currently for an MVP option. I put Experiment 626 for that incredible couple of games that he played. Let's go ahead and let's see what you guys think. I'm going to go ahead and give you the link to it right now so you guys can, right at this very second, pick your MVP option. Go ahead and tell me who you believe is the most valuable player. I will also have the right to do it myself. Honestly, I think that without Twixter, I feel like, you know, it's kind of a love-hate story because it's like he's the reason you win and he's the reason you're losing fights. And it's just kind of nice to see every once in a while. Let's go ahead and take a look at already what is a big couple of votes right now. Looks like the Trick Vagar and Amsterdam are now neck and neck in the voting department here as the votes are already climbing in. You can see it right now, folks. What an incredible number of votes that have already been placed. 21 votes have already been dropped. And honestly, they all are equally matched. Looks like the Vagar One Trick is squeezing a little bit ahead on the voting department. I'm going to take a small break. Vagar One Trick with 9 votes. It's just 1 extra vote ahead. And my Amsterdam, my Twixter vote actually disappeared. What? What happened to my Twixter vote? It's gone. Hold on. Let me just... Your vote has been counted? Go to results. What? Has my vote been assimilated? No, there's Twixter. Okay, good. I was wondering what happened to my vote. Well, well, well. Amsterdam and Vagar One Trick are so evenly matched. Both at 10 to 10 for the reason for the victory of this game. Experiment 626 got his own couple of votes, considering a bit of a meme, considering his team had lost. What? Oh. Anyway, it's so close to a tie that we might have to reconsider the voting scheme here. Wait a second. Vagar One Trick sneaks the lead a little bit. I'm going to give this an extra couple of minutes.
I accidentally clicked on the wrong name, so I had to change my vote.
What was your vote?
I originally meant to vote for Vagar and accidentally clicked on Experiment.
Oh.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, and then you fixed it. Okay. Well, in any case, that makes 11 votes now. I don't see the vote swinging any further. Let's give it a couple of extra minutes just to be extra sure, and then we'll give it another minute. Give it one more minute. I think the audience has spoken. Unless we see anything different here, folks. It looks pretty confirmed to me. There's a lot of reasons you could say Vigar One Trick deserves MVP. A lot of reasons, in fact. But I don't know. Sorry, folks. Just answering that super quick. I don't got anything else to add. I think that just about secures it here. Vigar One Trick edged out Amsterdam by a single vote. Thank you very much for everyone. Let's go ahead and list off the people who helped me. Timothy, thank you very much. Doki, really appreciate the help. And love all of you guys for dropping every single love and commenting and talking so far. Sonic, thank you very much for the earlier part of the casting and the later part as well. But let's go ahead and finally get into the most important piece of the statement here. The interview time. It looks like Vigar One Trick wins the MVP. So let's go ahead and have an interview with him, shall we? Off to the league help desk.
Who's Vigar One Trick? Is it Yarnello or no?
Vigar One Trick? I don't know.
In Resurge. Hold on, let me be right back.
Alright. I guess we have the boss himself to help us out here. Probably gonna have a different plan of attack, looks like.
Alright, he's coming.
Coming here?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring him in.
Okay then, folks. You hear that right from the boss himself.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man, nah. You ain't a you ain't a Vigar One Trick, nah.
What? Don't tell everyone that.
He uses that. He uses that to, you know.
Don't blow the cover. I'm just drawing free bands, man. Yeah. I'm actually really bad at Vigar.
You understand? You said all of that on stream.
Oh, nah.
Nah,
No,
didn't happen. Nah.
You know, hey. Hey. I just want to say, you know, through all in all, like, I was a substitute until this morning, and then I got the phone call. I'm like Terrell Owens coming to play for like the Eagles right now. But it was really a team effort, honestly. I mean, we had good peel. I mean, we were a little indecisive. It was, you know, it's kind of just like a scrim. We're kind of getting some scrim practice in, trying some new comps that we haven't really ran before. It's my first time playing Syndra. Yeah, you guys got any questions?
Well, in fact, I do. I was actually
All
going
right.
to wait until you finished. So yeah, speaking of your team here, yeah, no kidding. You were just asked on. I think you might.
I was a sub for a while.
You just confirmed your spot.
Yeah, well, these guys play pretty late.
Yeah, I think you might have just pretty much confirmed it. That was an incredible Syndra game, and what an incredible way to, like, you know, flex all of these other champions out. It's quite clear you're not just a one trick of Vigar.
Hey, I don't know if it's that clear. I mean, like, I don't know. We can like have both teams try to ban out my entire pool. I bet you I still suck.
Well, you definitely did a solid job in this game, despite what you think. Anyway,
I mean, I could have done without my team, though. I mean, so much
true.
peel, man. So much peel.
Yeah, you gotta really thank your top laner and jungler for all of that incredible multi-tank games that they had for you.
Yeah. And it was even great because Twister got to take anti-bombs 24/7 for me, so he's the real MVP. Like, JFK wishes he had a guy like Twister to take a shot for him.
Okay, so I do have a question that's a little bit critiquing your guys' performances in particular. So, in this game, there were a lot of like questions in some regards of like, you know, where exactly are your strengths and weaknesses? Because, you know, in game one, that's where you try to find out, you know, like what you're good at, what you're bad at. In your own opinion here, what do you feel like you could improve on as a team for the coming future? Because there are times where it's like, and this is just to point an idea out. There are times where it feels like your team fighting was a little bit like questionable against Raw. Like Raw just seemed like they kind of got you at a couple of times there. I don't know. What do you think?
Honestly, like, man, these chimes get us with our decisive, like our decision making. We're very indecisive about it. But other than that, man, like really, we need to like go with something. We need to do something or not do it. But I feel like our just going with the call and just doing it is what we need to do, or not doing it. And like someone like people need to speak up. But other than that, man, I think our rotations are pretty good. And this is literally the first time I played with this like our top laner and this like support really. So we're really a new like lineup. Like I didn't even know like literally this top laner joined I think like yesterday, and I thought he was like Haunter.
Well, I see. Well, with this victory, this very well fought, hard fought victory here, hopefully your guys' team chemistry can really skyrocket off of that victory, and you guys can get a good sense of like your strengths and weaknesses through watching the games into the future. But enough of that plug-in. Here's what I also have to say as well. Personally, you know, when they were like getting rid of Vigar every single time, I was like, does this guy even play Vigar like at all, actually? Or is this a big old bait? And then you just confirmed it like right away. So I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, just a big bait, man. They fell for the name. It's not like I have a 70% win rate or anything.
That's part of the bait too. It's the long
yeah,
run.
yeah, oh yeah. I just gave like RP to like multiple teams and like ranked just to buy my win rate.
That being said, are you getting a name change just to like continue the con, or are you gonna like keep the Vigar name?
Well, I have like 13k IP, so I got a little ways to go, man.
Okay, understood.
Unless you're trying to crowdfund it.
Unless they try, yeah, okay. You know, you only need like a little bit of RP, enough for like a little bit over a skin, I think, for that kind of thing. But anyway,
all right, I got a question because now.
Yeah, shoot, man. All right.
Okay. So some of your all's team comps, it's like it was either oriented on team fighting or it was like a mix. But the way you were playing it, I couldn't tell exactly like how you all were trying to go about. So are you like trying to be more of a team fight oriented team or like a single target oriented team? Because sometimes you all full on went with a team fight comp onto one person and then didn't do anything else afterwards.
Yeah,
pointing that one out.
Yeah, you nailed it, man. We go all in on one person, get the kill, you know, kind of back up a little bit. Honestly, I don't even know.
Well,
honestly, I kind of just sat there and just picked the champion.
Well, you know, game one, they can be that way, you know, especially with a new team and everything. So it's like, you know, you'll find your chemistry, you'll figure out what makes you strong, what makes you weak, and then you'll learn from the videotapes of this game in particular what made you really good, what made you really bad, so on and so forth, of course. But
yeah, dude.
Final thing I gotta ask, my final question is, you won the very first Dark Star Gaming MVP. You're the first person to ever get that in this league right now. And tomorrow someone else is about to get it too. What do you have to say for them?
For that person who's about to win MVP? Yo, you know, don't let it get to your head, because then you'll turn into Terrell Owens or Chad Ochocinco. You know, it's a fun thing. You just can't forget about your teammates. They're the people who really helped you get there. And I think support should get more attention. Supports do a lot of work. Like,
oh, I definitely tried. I
know, man.
Boards every single time I could get my hands to do
so. Yeah, do you like that wording?
It was great, actually. It's one of the main reasons why it was like, you know, you got the higher voting, because you just like you're basically 30 wards. It's just crazy. You were warding so much on top of the fact that you were doing a really good job in general. Just like,
yeah, getting ganked sucks.
Oh yeah, and you made sure that wasn't gonna happen. If not gonna happen often. So really great job. Another reason you got the MVP. They're just
thanks, man.
Honestly, I picked him because I wanted to know if he's actually a Vagar one trick.
Oh, I definitely am. 100%.
Well, anyway, thank you very much. The Vagar one trick, everybody. Thank you very much for joining
thanks for
us
casting, guys. It was really good.
I hope I get to see you again next week, man. Because you're a treat. You're a fun guy.
Hey, dude. Wow, I'm a treat, but you're a fun sized treat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow, he made a better pun than you did, Army.
I might add
way better pun than me. All right.
Well, thanks, guys.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye.
About
Alright.
tomorrow's games, tomorrow. Let me say something, Army. About tomorrow. Tomorrow's game's gonna be rescheduled to Wednesday, so we're gonna play. We're gonna have 2 series going on Wednesday.
Oh
Just
yes.
just because tomorrow is Halloween, so like most of the people are gonna be with their families, taking their kids or brothers or whatever to trick or treating.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there.
All right, so that's so you guys are aware there will not be a game tomorrow. It will happen on a Wednesday, but we'll figure out what we can do about that situation coming around to it. But until then, let's go ahead and get it to our outro. My name is Army Overlord.
I'm Sonic Abs.
And we thank you very much for watching this Dark Star Gaming Week 1 game number 1 of the series. We thank you all so much for watching, and thank you, by the way, for getting us that plus 50 viewer count. I can't wait to check the followers. It's probably going to look huge, and it's all thanks to every single last one of you guys for showing up for this one. I hope I see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you all so very, very much. I hope we were all entertaining. Me and Sonic, who had to let his mother talk.
That was so annoying.
That was so annoying indeed. But hey, everybody loves being annoying every once in a while. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time. Oh yes, special thanks as well to the following people who tried to help me with the very strange bug. Timothy, thank you very much. I have got you. I thank you very much for every single match history you sent me. Doki, thank you as well. Ellie, thank you very much for that very nice compliment. On top of that, he just called me. Oh, I just got a call actually from him. And Sonic and Sonic's mother, thank you very much for the incredible entertainment that we got from that one. And also thank you, Natsu, as well. Everybody, good night, and see you next time.